As tour reviewers, like outside of the occasional, like I know that every once in a while, like D Amazing will deal with like a comment. I'm sure you've gotten them too about getting like a freebie or something early, but it's like we're buying all of these toys to talk about sure. Generally, like 99% of these toys that we're getting, right? Like,
yeah,
you're
definitely.
not at a point where people are just handing you free stuff all the time.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, it's just a good reminder sometimes because like I said, when I see the new comments out there, when I see D Amazing dealing with like the guy didn't even watch, like he was his Arctic.
Oh, people are haters for sure,
right? Like he got his Arctic bats and he posted a screenshot of a comment like, "Oh, another YouTuber getting the thing early," and he's like, "You couldn't even make it 19 seconds where I told you where I bought these figures." It was from like the CMD from Canada, like,
yeah.
Where you're paying extra just to get these. Oh my god!
I was getting some of those comments too for the SHF, the Gwen and Miles.
Oh really? You're like, and you did the legwork. You went to New York and waited in line.
Yeah.
Damn, did you have to wait in line for those?
Well, because they had Tamashii Nations had like a pop-up event, so they had the Gwen and Miles early. So I went there and got it.
Yeah, but did you have to wait in line like a long time or something?
So we stood in line and they said like just come back in an hour because they were giving out tickets per hour.
Oh, okay.
So we just went, like, it was me, my sister, and my niece, and we just went to go get breakfast. We walked right back in, no problem.
Oh, nice. There you go.
I think I just Plastic Addictus and I actually just unscribed to Unparalleled.
He doesn't count anyways.
Higgins, his lives are his favorite because he loves the Tuesday crew. We are his friends. And he said, for real reviewers, there's no such thing as free figures. And Tedio said we had to wait in line and come back in an hour. Yeah, you guys put the legwork in. That's why Machu's good when Jay-Shot and I are around because we get to be like, hey, this is Machu toy. We get to hype him up because Matt won't do it himself. You're muted, John.
Yeah, sorry, I muted myself. I think I was standing in line at something. Oh, for ZapCon one day, and I texted Dario, and I was like, "What is this line bullshit? Don't they know I'm a Q level celebrity? Like, what the hell?" So
Q level.
Yeah, and that was being nice.
Well, going back to the toy photography part for a second, wait, because I think we're always our own biggest critics when it comes to our artwork or anything that we put out to the world, right? So I like your photography has like leveled up. I don't want to say that in like that's how I like to word it. It's meant to be as complimentary as possible in the video game sense of like, look at how good this stuff. And this is with one of your prototypes.
Oh yeah, this was a fiasco. With this, I was just trying to do the best I could to take some pictures that looked kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, you accomplished it. What I'm saying is like we are our own harshest critic, but your stuff is really good. Like it's really, really good. I love like these guys together.
Yeah. No, that was fun
so
for
good.
sure.
Like, oh man. But here we go. Like, oh, there's a little reel. But dude, so at the beginning, you did
too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, everything he does is, that's what I'm saying. You're really good at this. So early on, your photography was very high key, as I like to call it. It was all white backdrops, like we all kind of start, and then like shelf style posing and things like that. So when did you start switching away to using dios? When did that switch happen for you?
Let's see. I mean, it was kind of early because I remember I made a diorama and I used it for pictures of the Mezco first appearance Daredevil, which came out pretty early. So whenever that was like the time, Plasti will know exactly what day that figure came out. So maybe he could give us a better idea. But yeah, it had to be around 2017 or something. And then I started to buy dioramas, which was way better. And then like dioramas are awesome and everything, but then sometimes you kind of get bored with those. And like I always on my review area, I'm always trying to change it up and do things. And recently I got like a glass platform, and I really like taking pictures off of that. I think that's a lot of fun, and using different lights and smoke. It's fun to try all these different techniques, and I think that leads to like just enjoying it more, trying something different. But I do love dioramas though. They're just impossible to store.
I know.
but they're awesome when you can get them.
I know you were talking about the 78 points on your last stream. Did you end up backing it? Are you getting one?
No, I'd like to, but I just can't right now. Like saving up for Comic-Con and
Oh,
Odia
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, everything's kind of tight right now.
Yeah,
I-
dude, that's everything is hitting all at once. Everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what screwed me was Mayfix. Like like a month ago,
Oh.
Mayfix put out like 7 or 8 figures at once.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that right there, it really messed up everything. Like I had to be like, what am I gonna do about Comic-Con now? I had to figure stuff
Yeah.
out.
So are you going out to San Diego? You have
Yeah, I'll be down there.
nice. Are you going like are you able to are you at a point where you like on a panel or anything? Are you getting to do anything? Or are you just going on your own? Or what's
I
do you
mean,
have a press pass, all
I
sorts
do
of
have a
stuff? Like,
press pass.
hell yeah. All right.
I've been, but honestly, I've been getting a press pass since like forever. Like since I
Oh,
think
yeah,
I had less than 1,000 subscribers when I got a press pass. So
Oh, nice.
it doesn't take a whole lot to get a press pass for Comic-Con, but
Mhm.
it does take consistency though, because they do check on stuff. But
Yeah.
as far as panels and stuff, no. But I look forward to going down there and seeing a bunch of the community guys and some of the company guys and all that. That's always fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, looking forward to it.
So we have some more people in the chat saying hi. Art G's in the house. What's going on? Our boy Sir Trevor 16 Shooter he said free figures cost you in the time it takes to record and edit a video. It's true, because that's a big thing that, like, again, going back to our boy Darius, like he's always saying like that is our time is money, like in terms of making all this stuff and what we put into it. So again, none of us, the 4 of us here and Trevor and people in the chat, like none of us half-ass this. Like we love this stuff and we want to do it well,
For sure.
But I just wanted to compliment your photography, man, because like you can see the arc of your work and where you started, like again, making these adjustments and what you started focusing on. And I respect it because like you had something like 3,400 posts on your Instagram and you've kept it all up. And I'm the same way. Like I wanted my entire journey documented from the start. Like first like shelf pictures, my first haul pictures to like, I'm going to do a toy photo and like going from there. And like, and like it's like, I know my early stuff is awful, but that's okay because like you have to start somewhere. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So again, I respect that you had that up there. Now, do a lot of people, for somebody with as many subs as you have, I was shocked that I guess people just don't go back into things. But I watched your first posted video, and it was from I think I wrote it, or I guess I didn't write it down.
Oh, you watched?
But it was the Odious Chronicles of an Obsolete Man.
That's more Twilight Zone. Are you into Twilight Zone?
I do. I mean, it's a Twilight Zone.
Oh, okay. That's another Twilight Zone thing.
It's one of my wife's favorite shows, especially that's like our New Year's Day.
Oh,
like
cool.
The marathon's just on.
Nice.
But dude, you got bars, dude.
Bars.
I know you're a hip hop fan, but like you had a good flow, man.
That was fun. I think my plan back then, which was impossible, was I was gonna do one of those every day. I think I did that one and I stopped. No, I did like 1 or 2 more, but I took them down. That was one where I was like, hey, this one's kind of okay. So I kept that one up. But yeah, I love hip hop for sure.
Yeah. So I know that that was you, and especially in your early stuff, that was like your intro was your song, right? Like one of your, like you recorded it. That was in you, right? Your early stuff.
Well, I don't know if you want to say released, but that's funny. You tracked that song down. But yeah, that's that's that beat that I made. I did make a song to it. And on some of my early videos, it was actually the song in the intro, not just the beat. So, but I don't know which. I couldn't find one of those reviews. But
Century.
Oh, is that it? Oh, that
was the first one. I was just like, I gotta watch this.
Okay, and that one had the song in the intro?
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
With the stop motion that Machu talked about on Wednesday with that Captain America stop motion.
Yeah. Nice. Damn, that's crazy. I haven't thought about so back in like my early 20s, I used to be like into rapping and stuff, and I used to actually do shows and things like that. And then at one point, some stuff happened, and it kind of led to me just not doing it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to save to buy a house, all this kind of stuff. And then like years later, it must have been like 10 years later, I was like, maybe like 5 years later, I was like, let me just mess around a little bit and like, do some stuff on my computer, make my own beats and just have some fun with it and record some songs. And that's where that song came from. So it came from when I was a little bit older, like I was already a father and I was just doing that in my garage just for some fun. right there where you see me rapping in that video with
Yeah.
the toys, that's where I recorded that song. Like I had it in front of it, like there's a little microphone in a booth and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just for fun, you know. Like I was a
Yeah.
new dad and I was just like looking for something to just be into aside from toys. You could see at the time I had toys. It looked like this. I mean, there was toys everywhere. So
Yeah. John, did you ever get into any self-recording outside of our doing our jingle stuff?
Outside of the weird jingle thing that I did
Yeah.
in our bathroom, no, that's it. And I only use the bathroom because everyone says it has great acoustics, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So
It's supposed to. That's what I've heard too.
that's what they say.
the only feedback I got from that jingle was Matt saying, "I hate the way my name is said," and I was like, "Yeah, cool, that's right. Enjoy that."
Well, wait. So again, I know you like to talk about hip hop. You like to talk about different artists. So where are some of your main? Because I might not look it, but like I've been to a Talib Kweli concert, and like I actually know hip hop from the early 2000s. Like that,
There we go.
I've since like now I'm into more like Coco Melon and Super Kitty's theme songs on repeat, but. Like there was that stretch there, man. Like Aesop Rock.
Nice.
I had some deep cuts. I had
you
some.
Yeah, I'm a big Aesop Rock fan for sure, and Talib Kweli. I like both of them a lot.
Yeah. So who was like when you were cutting that, when you were in the musical headspace, like were you pulling from any of the anyone in particular?
Oh man, I love I love it. That's a tough one because I love so much different styles of hip hop, like like all over the place. It's hard to say. I mean, I did like Aesop Rock quite a bit, but I would never. I don't think I was inspired to write like him at all. That dude is insane. But
Yeah,
I really liked guys like Cannabis back in the day. Just hard battle rap type stuff, and Pharoah Monch, who has become like a friend in recent years, which is cool.
And that's freaking toy photography, toy collector. Like, how awesome is that?
Yeah.
Like, another dude, like, like I was like a little bit, not that I'm saying none of us are like, oh, but like as we've gotten older in life, just being like, yeah, I like toys, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. This shit is awesome.
I think sometimes that's what it takes. Like people seeing like just normal dudes like being into it. It kind of helps. I guess it doesn't make it more. I don't want to say it makes it more cool, but it just kind of makes it like more like a normal thing, Like on the on my streams, we're like talking about basketball and hip hop and movies and toys. Toys is the baseline. Right. But if someone randomly kind of wandered in there and was like, "Oh, basketball, music," like these are normal guys. They're not just weird toy nerds that go to conventions. Even though we are
for sure, right?
For sure, definitely. Don't get it twisted. That's for sure. But like. It's definitely, we're also just normal, cool guys sometimes.
Yeah. Dude, I was just telling my brother-in-law yesterday, I've become so like, fixated. Like, I mean, I love this, but like really obsessive about the toy stuff. I'm like, I feel bad. Like sometimes I don't send you texts because like, it would be my thoughts are about toys. Like whenever I'm not dealing with my kids or work, I'm like, wow, toy idea, toy thought. I used to be into baseball and like other stuff. Like now it's just toys. That's what I'm consumed by this stuff. I love it.
It seems like it makes you happy, so that's awesome.
It does, and that's like a huge thing that I like to focus on with my stream and my chat is again just what's bringing you joy, what's keeping a smile on your face, keeping us 1 foot ahead of the other.
For sure.
And by the way, Plastic Addicto said March 2017 for our question before. Now I'm trying to remember what the exact thing we were talking about.
I think the dioramas, possibly.
The dioramas, yes, thank you. Okay. Devin Steer, what's going on? If you don't want to join the main chat that's over on my channel, because we are simulcasting right now. So if you want to join the main chat, that is great. Yeah, we're through my channel and the Between Two Sentos Machu Toy YouTube channel right now.
Oh, cool.
Taskehan said the Wade World Tour is solid. Wish we could get it all year round.
Dang, stream every day somewhere, man.
I mean, it's time consuming. That's why I'm saying I respect it. Like again, I appreciate your time because like I know, especially as a toy daddy, like that time to dedicate to like hopping on people's streams. So again, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Is it Jericho's? Is that Silos? Silos?
Don't
Jericho?
ask me. I say his name wrong every time I see it.
I like to get my names right.
Oh, man.
Same thing. Matt Logic 44. Hello. Same deal. If you want to jump over, otherwise I will still highlight your chats wherever you're enjoying this tonight. Clockwork Orgy, Organized Confusion.
Yeah. Clockwork
uh,
Orgy, did you see what I posted in my stories earlier today? I found the Organized Confusion stress vinyl in my storage today. That's the group
awesome.
Pharoah Monch used to be in back in the 90s. But
Oh, that's amazing. All right. See, now that's one. See, here I was trying to be like, I know stuff. I'm like, oh no, that just went over my head.
no, it's okay. Aesop Rock is respectable. If you're like, yeah, I was bumping Laser or Labor Days the other day, I was like,
okay. Justin Collects is in the house. Hello. Again, main chat over here. But again, thank you for enjoying and hanging out with all of us tonight. And then Cilios. All right, thank you. I appreciate the phonetic pronunciation. Jericho Cilios. Awesome. All right, so we touched on the toy photography. You're now your oldest stream. So you started, unless anything was deleted, was September 10th, 2021. That was your first live, at least according to the YouTubes. Yeah. So had you been doing stuff earlier than that, you think, or?
No, for sure no. But I'm just surprised it was September 10th. But yeah, the streams, the first couple were pretty hilarious because I didn't know what I was doing. There's technical difficulties and it was a mess. Actually it's been a mess for like 3 years. I never I'm still having technical difficulties. It's part of the charm.
So yeah, all right. So that's cool though. When did you decide to make that jump into the live waters?
Well, there was a couple of different things that kind of led to it. It was first off, like the pandemic happened, right? That was like a thing. And so there was a point in time where I wanted to do like these little segments with other YouTube guys where we just discuss things, and it would be like a quick video, because this was kind of before lives were like a popular thing. So it'd be like me and MCU Collector talking about the latest Legends wave, or just something like that, or like what Legends we'd like to see.
Yeah.
And then there was also a point in time where me and Art with Toys were talking about doing like a podcast together. And during the pandemic, it was like the toy YouTuber thing, and then the pandemic thing with Art with Toys. I mean, the podcast thing with Art with Toys. And like from there, it was kind of starting to bubble, like the ideas. And then I saw Cincy Nerd jump onto a live stream. Like he just jumped, he's all, hey, it's my lunchtime, and and I'm like, oh, is this how this stuff works? And I started looking, I was like, oh, you just hit this button. And then like it was that simple. And then as you get into it and try to look more, it gets complicated. But then once like this whole Tuesday crew thing started to develop, and once it became like okay, I'm gonna do this every Friday, and then maybe every Tuesday and Friday, and everybody liked it. And I don't have a huge audience of people that show up, but it's like a pretty, like you said earlier, it's a pretty committed like group that comes out like every time, and they've been around for like 3 years. It's pretty crazy. So it's been a lot of fun, and it definitely strengthened the connection between me and my audience, because there was a lot of people that I would see their names pop up like in comments of videos and things like that, but I didn't know, I didn't talk to them day to day or frequently or whatever. Now there's all these people that they just used to be commenters that I talk to all the time. So and now they're huge supporters of Odious, like on a very genuine level. So it's very it's very cool.
Yeah, well, that's how it's felt for me on this journey as well. Doing my thing it's just neat. It's just so cool, and I'm like you too, man. And again, this is why I've always, your work has resonated with me. You as a person, again, as a human being, has resonated with me, because I also have many gaffes and stupid things to malfunctions over the course of a stream and things like that. But it's all part of the fun, like you said, the part of the charm, I would like to say.
Yeah.
But that's really great. I love seeing it. And then also you've been popping in with is it more of just like when you can, but the breakfast bars?
Yeah, I stopped doing that because 3 streams a week became too much. But
I hear that.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. But breakfast bars, that was something that I kind of thought was just going to be beneficial for me and other people. It forced me to commit time to reading comics, which I love. I love comic books so much, but it's hard to make time. So I figured breakfast bars will force me to make time, and it's beneficial. It's content and stuff like that. And I can inspire other people to check out comics too, which is that's important to me, just as important as making toy videos and things like that. I want to encourage people to read comics because I love them just as much as I love toys. But that's what breakfast bars was about. And it was really fun, but it was just like it wasn't picking up the steam that I was hoping it would, and
Mhm.
it just became a little too much.
Oh, I hear you. Well, dude, if you ever, even if you just did it like again on a pop-up, like, cause I'll do that. Like, again, I know what you're saying. Like, I do 2 streams a week between this on Wednesday nights after Machu and Jay Shot have Between Two Sentinels. I go live on the Toy Pick Community YouTube channel. We do a top 10 with 2 of my toy daddies, No Chewing and Toy Father. So like we celebrate all the, like from the Toy Pick community, the toy photography that gets voted to the top 10. And like I try to do a third now, like summer. I'm in like because I teach, so I'm in summer break mode. So I am like pretending to be a full-time toy guy. So I'm gonna try to squeeze these in as I can, do some extra ones. But I don't know, man. It was a lot of fun because it's inspired me. Like I love reading comics too, and I've been trying to force myself to get into more. I'm currently reading the Rorschach graphic novel that had been from a few years ago, right? That was like not a prequel, but
yeah, it was like before the Watchmen.
Yeah. It was here. I actually have because I borrow my books, a lot of them, these graphic novels from the library. I always like to say support your local library.
That's the one by Tom King, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So this has been good. But I love the Watch. I love all this stuff. So I'm trying to force myself to get back into reading comics. So again,
tough.
It is, but it's beneficial to hearing somebody like, so even if you do it once a month, like right now, and this is what's super cool. Like you had said, like you have like sometimes I'll drop into a live stream and you got 200 plus people in your chat. And for a guy like me, I'm like, that's nuts. Like I don't know how because I'm having trouble just making sure I'm highlighting our friends in the chat right now.
Yeah.
But I look at them like we have 31 people here right now. Like how cool would it be to walk into a room with these 31 people there sitting there waiting to us to talk? You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
That's how I look at it. Like that's insane. Like that's so cool. So like do it just because it does inspire people. To get back into it. So even if it's like a once a month thing, man.
Once a month might be cool. But it wasn't just the not picking up the steam because it would have 60 or 70 people or whatever. Like I'm cool with that. But my thing is between that and the added stress, it was just between the two things. It was like, but I mean, I kind of like the idea of doing it once a month or something. That'd be cool.
Dude, you can make like a book club. Be like, hey, Yimbo, would you like to read this comic by this date and come on with me? And I'd say, hell yeah, wait, I'll be there.
Nice, there you go.
Like we could do that. I'm sure these two gentlemen would be down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do want to revisit it, or I do want to try to include more comic book content on my channel somehow.
By the way, is that Brownie Jacob G said, dude, the stream Friday with the crying face. Liquid Momentum's in the house. First stream with D and J. What's going on?
The weight stream.
Yeah. Plastic Detail. We are everywhere now. Justin collects that I just discovered your channel last year, Wade. Can never catch the streams live, but I love catching the replays while at work. Always entertaining.
Nice.
And that's what's so cool because like I'm definitely like a replay crew guy. Like a lot.
Nice.
The majority of my lunches are getting to put on going through my week rotation of like catching Between Two Sentinels because I'm prepping for my live typically on Wednesdays and like watching your stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's always nice. It's just you have a great voice too for this, for the record.
Well,
like to be complimentary. Phantom Photography, the best thing about the community is how down to earth everyone is, no matter how many followers you have. It's true.
No. Once I get to 60,000 subscribers, nobody better talk to me. I'm gonna be 1,000%.
Nobody look him in the eye.
Yeah. Well, don't do that now, because if you look someone in the eye, it only means one of two things. We don't have to say what, but Hey, the BD62 says new to the channel, just subscribe. That right there is the homie Bobby. He's done a lot of artwork for me, and he is an awesome guy.
Very cool.
Awesome, talented guy.
Very cool. Thank you so much. It looks like you're over on the Machu Toy page. If you want to jump over here just for the main chat, again, just throwing that out there, but no big deal. Enjoy it how you want to enjoy it. Sean is in the house reading them and just struggling to write and draw. What is it? Wait, hold on a second. Reading them. Oh, comics. And I'm struggling just to write and draw my graphic novel. Okay.
Oh, there you go, Sean. Keep it up, though. That's awesome.
Man. Oh, dude. Yeah, very talented artist. And I just want to make sure, yeah, it's Sean. It's It All Figures, another great toy photographer over on Instagram. And love listening and learning. Samurai Chris is in the house. What's going on? Oh, yeah, Doombot, rip breakfast bars. But we might be bringing it back. Who knows? Maybe that's a Yimbo exclusive. I pumped some life back into it. Getting ready to get back into it. Let's see. Is that Mo Rukobo? Yeah, Wade, you should show the Tuesday crew more love.
Man. Sick of the Tuesday crew already.
Clockwork says read Starstorm. And
oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, Starstorm.
Yep, and then Tasca Hand, Holy Wade or Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yep. All right, so I think I covered like my main stuff. I it's time to jump into like, again, you guys did an awesome job picking Wade's brain on Wednesday about the Odious Kickstarter, but this is what it's all about. It's like, thank you for again let me get to know you, Wade. It's been very cool, but again, the main point of you being here tonight is to get this backed, man. Like, so where would we like to start in terms of, because again, you've been making these rounds now, so I'm sure you have some of these down. So what how do you want to get things going?
Oh no, I have no process. I just freestyle it every time. Like if they're, but yeah, just so everybody knows, for the people in the chat that are unaware, that the Kickstarter is going now. It's for a 1/12 scale Odious action figure. I have him right here, the naked bare body version. Currently, there's two versions available. There's this naked one, and then there's the one with the clothing. So you have two different options. But the Kickstarter ends on July 16th. So definitely get in there sooner rather than later. Just to inform you, you don't get charged until the 16th, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I'm very excited about it. You know, Odious is something that's kind of like almost like took a life of its own very early on. When I did the head sculpts back in the day, people loved them, and eventually it was like, hey, when are you going to do a full-on figure? And I've been working on this for a while. Like, I just realized today that I've had this painted prototype for like a year and a half now at this point. So it's a very long process, and I'm glad that we're at this point. So yeah, be sure to go out and support it. And I believe Machi Toy put the link to it in the comments there.
Yes, yeah. I always haven't. I was Matt. I finally figured out, if you notice, how you could put like I had it blocked for somehow. So yes, you can now put the links in the chat. So there we go.
Yeah, you could put it in. You could put it in your comment in your chat, because I don't. And then pin it.
Okay. Yes, I will do that.
Because I don't have the ability to pin it on your stream.
Okay.
Yeah, but while you do that, I mean, Wade, you had talked about adding the blank bucks to the Kickstarter on our stream, and then a couple of days later you did. Have you actually seen a big uptick?
Oh yeah, for sure.
People getting the blank. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could actually see exactly what people are backing, or.
Yeah, I could. Well, when there's a new backer, I get notified. But like when people were updating their pledge to get the naked body, I don't get notified, but I just kept seeing the number go up without the amount of backers going up. So it's kind of like, I could tell that everybody who was down for the one is down for two. So that was really cool to see, and it's really what kind of like kicked it into gear quite a bit. So because it was kind of sitting around like $30,000 range for a couple of days, and then doing that definitely kickstarted it quite a bit. So it was the right decision.
Nice. I had an issue with trying to do an add-on. Matthew, were you able to do an add-on? I don't know who's sharing screen. Maybe in case anybody else is having a issue with it, like maybe do an add-on.
I didn't do an add-on. I did I changed my pledge because I had.
Oh, you just changed the pledge.
And got it. I did the 10-pack.
Yeah, I'm part of that 10-pack, Wade, for the record. I'm backing this bad boy.
Oh, you got the 10-pack too?
Well, I'm part of Matsu's right now, but I wish I could do the whole 10-pack. But I'm going to be suggesting to you a couple of different some toy stores, some internet that maybe could. So I'm going to hit you with a couple of names in a minute to see, because I think that'll help. I had on the Almighty Legends, Dacre the Toy Maker, on right before like the end of his campaign, and I'm not going to say it was because of this tiny little stream, but he was able to push it over the edge, and I think he had just sealed a deal with 5K Toys, I want to say, that will be like that bought up a bunch to help push him over the edge. So I
Yeah.
think that's also going to be a major where we're going to start seeing spikes is if you can make some arrangements with some of these like smaller retailers. So again, like I would hit up like a 5K Toys, Hella Dope Toys, Chubsy Wubsy.
I feel like Chubsy Wubsy would be in for this.
Yeah, right. Hard to find
I don't know these
toys.net.
guys. Like I know 5K Toys. I contacted them. Haven't heard back. I hit them up on Instagram.
Hit them up again. Hit them up again. They're
Yeah.
not always great about getting back right away, but
I might
they
have
will.
to email them more professionally. I hit them on the Instagram. Like, yo, what's up? You want some toys? That's
Yeah.
probably like, get out of here. No, but they're cool though. 5K Toys is cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
But
hit
that
up a couple of retailers, and some have responded and picked up the 10-pack right away.
Mhm.
But yeah, the more the merrier for sure.
Yeah. So all right. So I'll send you a couple of those names that I was just mentioning
I
because
appreciate it.
again, these are all awesome. Like again, smaller toy stores, both online. Chubsy Wubsy has this awesome retail place, like store too, that the three of us all love to visit.
Yeah.
But
That's our
that'll
needs.
be a help because again, we're gonna need not just individuals. So by the way, it all figures. My boy Sean already said I'm backing it right now. This is very interesting to me. I'm backing it. So that's
There you
awesome.
go.
So hopefully we'll see a couple new backers tonight pop up. But dude, what got me was outside of the look of it, but like just
sorry.
even independent of listening to you. Yeah, what were we gonna say? Wait,
Sorry, just want to interrupt you real quick before I forget.
Yeah.
But the artwork that you see right here of Odious, that was done by the BD62 who was in the chat a little bit ago.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead,
spectacular.
man. Yeah.
No, so like I think what's so neat about this is that Odious is a monster hunter. Like that's all I needed to know about like his backstory. But I would love to hear a little bit because again, going back to that first YouTube video, you called it Odious. So how long has Odious been bouncing around in your head?
Well, Odious like this kind of like this version of Odious kind of came about after the head sculpts. Like I didn't have like I had the whole head sculpt thing going and it was my logo and this and that. But then like when I saw people doing things with it, they were like more creative and stuff like that. And then once I decided that I wanted to eventually make a figure, I was like, I've always wanted to make a comic too. So it was kind of like it all kind of just came together in a good way. So then I didn't just like, this is probably like a backwards way to come up with the character in a comic book because it was kind of a look and like a general kind of logo and design. And then I came up with all the story elements and the things that make him what he is. But yeah, just kind of just came together over the last couple of years when people started showing interest in it. I was like, man, I got to turn this into like a thing, So let me like sit down and like think of what his powers could be and think about what his story could be and like the whole thing,
Mm-hmm. So man, because it went from you had the head design for the logo, and then we went stickers, right? And then you had the plushes that you were selling. Like this is like literally this has been a labor of love. And then like you said, you now included all of these different story elements.
Yeah, and if you kind of do like if you track it, if you ancestry Odious, basically, yeah, it was now it's the figure, but right before that it was the plushie, and then right before that it was like some stickers and stuff, but it was mostly the head sculpts and the different I don't know, like 4 or 5 different versions of these head sculpts that I hand painted myself, and like people really ate those up. And then before that, it was the logo. But then the logo before that, that was a comic book that me and a buddy of mine were working on. Like, oh man, that must have been like 15 years ago or something. I like Sasquatches, so even back then, I made up like a little Sasquatch, little 8-page story, and it didn't get finished. But the dude who was drawing it for me, he was one of those dudes who's just like super artistic. Like he wasn't a comic book artist really, but he was like, he could draw like murals and shit. I mean, murals and stuff. So we try to make it like, I try to like rein him in a little bit and say, cause he loved comics, but I was like, hey, let's do this comic. So, but every time he draws something, it was just crazy. And I used to be like, dude, let's dial it back and just like, let's tell the story with the panels, like each panel doesn't need to be like a mural. So it would take him forever. And eventually I was like, hey, you know what, man, never mind. Like it's all good. But do you mind but it was on good terms. I wasn't like, hey, I'm out of here, you suck. I was just hey man, I'm gonna do something else. But do you mind would you mind like kind of turning this character into like a little logo for me? Which he did. And if you look on my channel, the logo that I have in the thumbnail now, that's the thing that he drew for me. And then from there, then it became the head sculpts, then the stickers, then the plushie, and then now the figure.
That's awesome.
There it is. Right?
Yeah,
So
right
this
there.
one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. So John, you guys were talking on Wednesday. Did you come up with any other ideas for usage? Because like when you guys were cracking me up about like Odious walking into a bar scene, you know, and everybody
Oh, yeah.
stops and looks right at John. Have you started thinking about any other ways
I mean,
of
So
utilizing
Wade,
him?
yeah, I mean Wade's already introduced him to the Ninja Turtles, so immediately I went into that.
Yeah.
I mean there's something there could be really something really cool about Odious taking on that beat up Shredder, right? Like just like
Oh, for sure.
limp body hanging like this, and Odious. So I mean there's definitely something there. I mean, I'm always trying to think about. Oh, you know what I actually did think about? Like putting him in with Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ooh,
That would
Right?
actually
Like the living curse, the ancient theme. Yeah, like
yeah,
it could
no, that
totally
would
work.
definitely work. And I
Yeah.
also want them in I brought this up recently quite a bit, like a war scenario. I probably
Yeah,
mentioned it with
we
you
talked
guys,
about
but
that.
yeah.
Yeah, we talked about pirates and what was the other one? Pirates and I think war. Yeah,
Cowboys.
Cowboys. We talked about a lot. Yeah.
I mean,
shout-
hell.
I want to give a huge shout out to this dude right here, Fox Toy Box. I don't know if he's one of your regulars, but
yeah.
he is. Okay, I recently started following him, and I love the customs that he makes. Like, I want him.
they're
I
really
want to
good.
commission something from him. Are you guys familiar with this dude's page?
Yeah, he was at NJ ToyCon. Yeah.
Yeah, we were hanging out.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
great
Man,
work. Yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
He does something on here where like it's like a character with a TV head.
Yep.
Mhm.
Are you guys familiar with Saga?
No.
Yimbo, you should that Rorschach that you're reading. Throw
Yeah.
that in the trash and go
Okay.
and read Saga.
Okay. All right. Fair. I'll
Saga is
Or
the
give it
greatest
back to
comic
the
book.
library. Yeah.
Saga is the greatest comic book ever written. I'll say that right now. I'm standing on that till the day I die.
I'm writing it down. I told you. I write my notes down. I'm writing it down. Saga. Read it.
Yeah, all the Tuesday crew are gonna get mad because all I do is rave about Saga,
Okay.
Twilight Zone, and hip hop,
Okay.
and Captain America.
Um.
But yeah,
So
I gotta hit him up to commission Prince Robot. He probably knows who it is. I'm sure those things look like inspired by Saga. No diss or anything, but yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail the conversation.
No, that's okay. Yeah, because he was saying that I've been doing original heads for a while, and it's very inspiring to think that one day they could be full-fledged figures. So, dude, yeah, Fox Toy Box, yeah, keep up the great work, and definitely reach out to Wade, or right now, answer us. If you are familiar with Saga. I am not, but now it's written down, so it
It's
shall
so
be.
good.
Wade, it
So
shall
good.
happen.
It's not kid friendly though. There's quite a bit of nudity. Don't think I'm a weirdo for suggesting it. Okay, you gotta get past the nudity, but there's a lot of good stuff. It's awesome.
It's
It
okay.
will, yeah, we won't think you're a weirdo for the comic book. That's fine.
Yeah, no, don't. There's other reasons, but
RMD Collectors in the house. What is going on? Rick Jones with the Cowboy Odious. That would be awesome. The
Rick
Batman
Jones.
13's in the house. What's going on, Batman? And then Trevor said, Sir Trevor said, Saga is excellent. So, all right.
Trevor knows.
Yeah, he knows. And then let's see, Yimbo, the library has Saga. Just finished it. Oh, good. This is good to know. All right, I'm on it now. I'll be taking my kids tomorrow. That's what's up. Rick Jones, if they make a cartoon, I would watch Saga. Dude,
No, Rick, he's saying that to antagonize me. Don't let me catch you at the toy show, Rick, popping off stuff like that. No, we don't want Saga cartoons.
Nathan's Toy Nation says, "Happy Sunday, Tuesday, crew."
What's up, Nathan?
Yeah, wing or lose. So, gentlemen, like after your stream on Wednesday, I know this always happens to me. Were there any questions that you thought of after the fact before I start picking Wade's brain about this whole process that you went, "Oh, I wish I had hit him up with," like? Did anything come to mind afterwards that you want to jump? This is like a nice little chance for you to.
No, I definitely wanted to ask him about the blank bodies, which we talked about a little bit, right?
Mhm.
Again, just because like I was having trouble, but I guess I'll just go in and adjust my order. But yeah, no, that was. I mean, the blank bodies was the big thing, and I'm trying to think about like anything else that we watched on Kevin's stream and stuff like that. So
Yeah, the blank bodies were definitely a good decision. I kind of wanted to wait till the end.
There we go.
Until it
So
was fully funded because I wasn't sure about order quantity and stuff like that. But after speaking to the factory, we were able to make it okay. But yeah, here he is, and
Oh, it's great.
yeah, I was
Really good.
so I've had a problem with keeping him together because it's a very early prototype. But I
Yeah.
bought like glue dots and I kind of put it like in
Mm.
all these areas. So now it's staying together, and I've been messing with it for like the last hour. It's like, oh man, I could kind of pose them and all kinds of cool stuff. So
nice.
I do plan on taking some more pictures. But
Hell
yeah, exciting stuff.
In the next iteration, we're gonna do a flocked body.
Nah, flock body, no, I don't think so.
And that'll just get everywhere.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
Flock figures are annoying.
Pulling
That's
odious
it.
hairs out of everything.
When I have my Mythic Legion's Moss Man, and it's just always green fingers afterwards.
oh man, that would drive me crazy, especially with the glass like platform. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, like let's hit on like if there's anybody you want to thank, because let's see, you had the sculpt. Do you want to shout out, like I know again maybe the sculptor for the head, the final headpiece, or just trying to see if you want to shout out like, and then how did this get to where we are today? Like, what was that first step? We could do like the kind of truncated version.
with the head sculpt. It was funny because Old Boy Customs, he did a custom head sculpt of D Amazing, right? And then I hit up Old Boy and I was like, hey, can you make a custom head sculpt of me too? I have a YouTube channel. Come on, man. And he was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I was like, all right. Put him on the beef list, and then I moved on. But then I was like, it would be better a logo of like, who wants a head sculpt of me? Like it'd be better to do the logo. So then I hit up Casting Cave, and Casting Cave is a freaking legend. I don't know if I'm sure you guys are familiar with him, but he's awesome. And he hand sculpted it. Like he's OG with it because he hand sculpted it, shrunk it down, and then he made a bunch of copies. I painted the copies and sold them, and then like we kept doing different versions of them. And when I was doing that, doing the head sculpts, is somebody in the chat was like, oh, when are you going to do a full-on figure? And when someone said that, the person who was just in the chat a little bit ago, Kevin, he's a sculptor. He hit me up and he's like, hey, when you're ready to do a full-on figure, let me know. So he sculpted the whole figure. Yeah, it just kind of, again, it really came from the community. And then the BD62 did a lot of artwork for it. Like the BD62 did the logo that I use on a lot of my other stuff, not for my channel, but like on my live streams and this and that. And that logo artwork is what was used to sculpt this head sculpt. So yeah, it's all very like community, with the way it turned out.
All the more reason to back this.
Right.
It is from the community.
It really is. It really is, because like I wouldn't have done it unless the community showed interest to begin with. Those heads, I sold like 600 of those heads. So when I first met them, when I first made them, I didn't think that was going to happen. But when 600 people bought them, I was like, dang, maybe there is like a little bit of a market for a figure. And then like it came about because talking about it on a live stream, somebody mentioned, hey, I'll do it in the live. Kevin said that in the live chat. You know what I mean? So like it's all very community. Yeah.
And that's what spoke to me. And again, I'm just really hoping that we can get you. Again, I'm a power of like, I'm one of those, believers in just continually putting that good energy into the universe. Like, you're gonna get this back. It's gonna happen
for sure.
And dude, like, I loved again hearing that your inspiration for the articulation was a combination of Marvel Legends meets Mafex or Mafex. Yeah. How do you say it, Mafex or Mafex? I'm so tired of going back and forth.
If you're going back and forth with somebody about it, don't cut them off. Don't talk to them. Like, yeah, well, that's nonsense. It's an abbreviation, so who cares how it's pronounced? Like, it's an abbreviation of I don't know. I don't even know what it stands for.
I like going Mafex. I feel like it just rolls off the tongue a little nicer.
I just say Mafex too. Like,
all right, good.
Yeah.
All right. So I love that's your inspiration and how you pull these components together. What are you most, now that you have that hairless or the hairy naked guy in your hands, like what are you most proud of in terms of how he's moving? Like, I know early prototypes are a pain in the ass to work with.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously this can't really give me a good sense of how articulation is going to end up. But when I was messing with it, I was pretty happy to see how far the torso bends, because it's going to end up being more than that. I mean, that's what it is right now, but it'll end up being more. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, cool. But Yeah, it'll end up being more. So I'm happy with that. I know the hips need some work, so that's some of the things that still have to be worked out can't really be worked out until it's starting to be produced, because then like pieces will have to be sent back and forth, and we'll have to go, oh, can you add a little bit here, add a little bit there, because the digital sculpt that you see there is all done on a computer, and it's it's made to be put together, but it's not necessarily made to like play with. So some things are a little tight, there's this and that, but that all has to be worked out. Like when the tooling is being made, and speaking with those engineers who are going to actually make it into something that you could hold in your hand. So things will get adjusted as we go. But as of right now, I'm pretty happy. The thing that surprised me with this first little version is the torso. So
that, dude, that isn't it. As someone who also appreciates being able to dynamically pose a figure, like the waist crunch is like the first thing I check on a toy.
100% every time. It's make or break for me a lot of times with torsos.
Yeah. So then, how did you feel about the ultimate cap? Because like I was really kind of sad that he doesn't have any like lower ab. Like it was just the upper torso. Did you get that guy?
Yeah, I wish he had like a ball joint at the waist as well, or an ab crunch, because I've always said that with Captain America, he has the perfect torso design to have the articulation of like a GI Joe figure, where it's got not like a GI Joe, a Power Rangers, where he has like a diaphragm cut and then the ab joints, because the diaphragm cut would go right under the chainmail, and then the ab cuts would go right on the stripes, right? So it's perfect.
Exactly. Yeah.
But they never do it. They either do one or the other. But with that said, with Ultimate Captain America, he was cool, but right after I reviewed it, I popped him open and increased the torso articulation, and it worked quite a bit. But it was really hard with that figure because it wasn't simple.
Oh, was it just that you need a lot of heat for it, or what was the deal with it?
Because the plastic was more rigid, like it was over-engineered on the inside. Like if you take it, you can't just pop it apart. You got to boil it. Like sometimes you could just put figures under hot water and they come apart. That guy, I had to boil it over and over and over, and then like it was tough. But I ended up doing it. I don't know if you want to see the.
I mean, if it's easy to grab, like, because I'd be curious.
Give me a
second. Yeah, that's definitely Team Heat right there.
Yeah, see, Cody,
Team Heat.
Is Cody in the chat? Is
Team Boiling. Yeah, Rick Jones saying Wade loves a good ab crunch, but so do we. It gets so much more. You could do so much more. So I was so disappointed in that Ultimate Cap, and like, wait, I've definitely. Let's see.
Yeah, see, like,
oh, that's so much better. At least I got so much more out of that.
Yeah, I mean, if you had it before, you guys know it only went like that much, or like it barely moved.
Yeah,
but now it's not the best ever, but I'll take it. Like I did this, and I was all okay. I could live with that.
Yeah. This is. I haven't modified mine at all. That's
see,
as
there
far
you go.
as it goes.
Yeah, and now like the good news is the figure itself, I think, is really awesome. Like in terms of the look of it, the sculpt, like I thought they did everything cool. He's just a beefy cap. Like, so I'm trying to tell myself he doesn't need to be super dynamic, but it still bothers me.
No,
because it's right there, man. It was right there.
It bothered me to the point where I couldn't live with it. I was all, I'm chopping it up. That was my first.
Well, I haven't chopped this up yet. I will though.
Chop them.
Yeah.
See, like I finally got into doing. I learned how to do torso mods on McFarlane figures, like using. Oh, you already got it. He just popped open.
He just popped in half.
Yeah, that's just the waist though. Because do you see how it's put together like a Build-A-Figure?
It is.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's a really weird figure.
I just lost.
That's what Cody just said. Just yank it apart. So there you go. Did it.
No. You can't yank it apart. You're gonna break
it. Cody's very much a Team No Heat guy. He wants to just play with his toys and muscle it. And I'm like, no, you will break things.
You're gonna break it. Well, especially with that Captain America, because it's not made to come apart like whatsoever. Right. Like the two pieces of plastic, like you could feel it on the torso. It's like hard plastic. It's not like it's not soft. It's probably, I forget which. I want to say I can't remember if it's PVC or ABS, but one of the two is like really rigid, and that's what the bottom is made out of. So it's not like soft plastic that you could pop apart like on an import or something.
Yeah.
Or like a Diamond Select or a McFarlane. McFarlane's the same way. You could pop those apart. It's soft plastic. But,
right.
Yeah, Captain America is not.
Okay. Yeah, because with the McFarlane, I end up, Macho and I typically go hair dryer. because like I mean, like we've done the water, but like like if I can just heat something up with a hairdryer for 30 seconds and pop a McFarlane apart, I can Dremel them out, and then no problem.
I
But
prefer the
yeah,
it's not wet and I don't slip when I'm trying to pull it apart.
Dang, how much water? Like pouring water all over the place.
I'm dunking it in hot water.
Oh, okay. You're like, whoops.
That's only got a fire hose at his house. That's all he's got.
Yeah.
Fire hose.
There we go. I like that. It's because Ultimate Cap doesn't give up. You think that A in his head stands for France. That's
the best
good.
line for
Cap
that.
is so stupid.
Doombot, I got that Ultimate Cap to put him in a box. I will say part of the reason I also broke and got him was because I wanted that shield, and so I can finally open that anniversary cap, which I've been sitting on for forever.
Nice.
Unparalleled cap.
Unparalleled cap.
Yeah. Let's see. Makes me want to buy one just to try. You're not going to do it. Machu just did it. He popped him at the waist, not from the upper torso. That's the part. Jericho says hot water works just as good. It never fails me. And use tongs, Macho Man. Ooh, the Macho Man. You have some tongs over there?
Do you mind if I answer a question that I see in the chat?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Just Justin Collect says, random question for Wade. When Odious gets backed, are you going to have some extra stock made for you to sell at events afterwards? Yeah, for sure. Like the goal that's in there now gets I forget how many made, but it leaves me a couple hundred of the blank bodies and the clothed bodies to have stock afterwards. Yeah.
Okay. That's
not
awesome.
not a whole lot of stock, but like a good amount to run around with.
Well, that's going to be nice because have you been making like do you have plans for we know Comic-Con's coming up? Are you going to PowerCon or do you travel great distances for these toy shows or no?
The furthest I go is Southern California. I'm in the Bay Area, so that's usually if I could drive there, it's cool. But I've gone to New York for Toy Fair, which is cool. And so I mean, this year, like I don't think I could justify going to PowerCon. I mean, I don't know if it gets backed. Maybe things could be different. Like it may be worth it to make the trip and maybe see if I could share a table with somebody I know out there or something crazy like that. But if it's not backed, then no way. But I guess I could say if it's backed, it's possible.
Yeah.
What's the other one? PowerCon. There's another creator-owned one on the East Coast, or like one that's usually geared towards the more independent collectors. I can't remember the name now. But I would love to hit the. I mean, I'd be as hyped up as you, Yimbo, at the beginning of the stream. If I was at a Comic-Con with like a table full of Odious material, comics and toys and the plushies, I'd be super grateful to be able to do that one day.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Well, like we got to do we're lucky in New Jersey. There's this guy Joe that runs monthly toy shows, and then he does like a toy con twice a year. And then Legion's Con. He's also part of the guy, right? He's part of the production crew for Legion's Con.
That might have been the one I was trying to think of, the other creator-owned one. Because they have a lot of stuff out there, right? And it's mostly just like independent guys.
We are very lucky out in Jersey that we have as many toy opportunities as possible. And at the last Toy Con, we ended up hooking up again with Chubsy Wubsy Toys. We got to hang out at their table. So Machu and J-Shot on Saturday were filming interviews and hanging out. And then I tagged in for John on Sunday. And dude, it was a blast. Like you would kill it there. Machu got Battletoads.
Oh, Machu, come on, man.
You want one of these?
Nah, man. I got beef with you now.
What?
That's the Premier Toys, right?
I have no idea who made
or the Premium DNA, whatever.
Yeah.
Beef.
Uh-oh. Do I want to know?
Their origins are.
Yeah.
Past.
Okay.
Yeah. They don't seem like good people.
Why did you pull it out, J-Shot?
I didn't pull nothing out.
He was just going into the.
Now, Machu. Now everyone's got beef. Yimbo, you don't have one over there, right? Come on, man.
No, I had him in my hands. It was a $40. I didn't play Battletoads. That was a game that missed me in my childhood. So like I thought it was like, oh, this is neat. But then I checked the ab crunch and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put them back, not for 40. The
Really?
word exclusive almost hooked me because then I saw them Big Bad. They're selling for like $80. I'm like, come on.
Oh, wow.
I will say one of the reasons why I bought it, and I think I talked about this at the show. I was like, because I can't wait to get all 3 of them because of the frustration that game caused me, and I'm never able to beat it. I probably might like pull a Sid and blow them up just to be like, haha, how's it feel now, sucker? Like just.
No, they do look like cool figures, but yeah, I don't.
It just missed my fandom. We don't have to speak to that behind the scenes. Because I have no idea. I'm just that's part of my shtick. I'm just like I'm just flowing through the world with a smile.
No, that's good. Maintain that. But no, they used to have a store that took a lot of pre-orders from people. Now, this is how I saw it. Some people tell me I'm wrong and I'm being mean or whatever, but this is how I saw it. If there's information that, contradicts this, please share it with me. But they had a toy store. They took a bunch of pre-orders from a bunch of people and then didn't ship the products. Then they closed their doors, didn't pay a bunch of people. I know people personally who paid them $300 in pre-order payments, never got the products.
They weren't Dorkside, were they?
No,
they owe me a lot of toys.
Dorkside, I don't think Dorkside had a similar. I mean, Dorkside, I think got in over it got too much for them. Like they got too busy, maybe something. But these guys, it kind of seemed like a similar thing, but then they turned around and started releasing figures. And making figures is very expensive. I'm making one figure, and it's costing me a lot of money before the Kickstarter. So I can only imagine. From where I sit, it looks like they took pre-orders to fund those toys. And they didn't pay like the people. They, like I said, I know people personally who goes, I paid, I never got what I paid for, and here they are making toys. So I get, when I think about the frustration, those people, if that was me, I'd be driving to conventions hounding these guys. I tell people all the time, if I see them at a convention, I'm taking something off their table, and I'm down, and because I'm taking it to my boy who I know that they robbed.
Yeah. There you go. It's hard not to put like do the math, right? When you're looking at, and then because like you said, you have to put, and then you don't have to get into it, but like you could just let people know, like, like you have invested, and that's what, like, financially, not only with your time and creativity, but financially invested to even get to this point to launch the Kickstarter.
There's a reason why there's been so many years, because like my boy who sculpted it probably sculpted it like 2.5 years ago, but like, to get prints costs money, to get it painted costs money, I got several prints because I didn't know what I was doing, so I broke a bunch of them. There's been a bunch of things that just cost money all the time, and I'm happy to do it, especially because I'm like, in the end, I want to get this made, so it's part of the game. But anyways, sorry, didn't mean to.
No, exactly. It's not complaining about it. You have accepted that this is part of the process, but I just like to highlight the fact that there's always that human element to anything that we enjoy in life, right? There's someone putting their blood, sweat, and tears and money into a thing that we enjoy, and that I like to keep that in the forefront. So I like to remind people of that. So let's see the figure reports in the house. What's going on? And just going back to this comment by Jericho. Jersey had some good cons. They're also the home base, for Four Horsemen. I used to live near Little Falls, where that's where Chubsy Wubsy is in Little Falls, the new store. That's very cool. And oh man, so let's go back to I want to cue this back up again. It is so intense. I remember you joking, like, I don't know how many points there are. How many points of articulation go on a wrist? I have no idea.
Yeah. But it's got to be close to 30. Like what I did was go, okay, Toy Biz figures used to have this much. Like I got a few more things going on. Let's say 30.
All right. So you have, because look, right off the top of the back, we got, this is just, I can see how fluid this is going to move. Again, with the double neck movement is going to be amazing.
Yeah, double dumbbell joint.
Yeah. And at Legion's Con last year, I got to talk to Jason of Spiro Toys, and at that moment he had painted prototypes out on the table, and it was butterfly shoulder joints. And he's like, so listen, he's like, I know people are, we're starting to get like a little like antsy about like their wave one. He's like, but I had to send it back one more time because I needed them to re-engineer the shoulders. And it's you have to do a lot of this stuff. Like you're saying, you get the whole thing shipped. You have to mess with it. decide, no, this needs to be changed. You have to go back to China. They have to print out a whole nother thing, right?
Yeah,
Send
yeah,
another one back to you to make sure. Okay. So all of that takes so much time
for
in
sure.
exchanging that feedback with one another. But you have the butterfly shoulder joints in here, right? Like, oh my God. It's just, you can see how well this guy's going to move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
hopefully.
And he's got big old feet too. So with the articulated feet, that's going to be really nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Has he been nice to stand so far, even with just the prototype? Like fairly easy?
No, not so much. Before doing the glue dot, before doing the glue dots, he couldn't really stand. I mean, he could balance for a second. Like some of the pictures I have, all over. Some of them have stands, some of them don't. So it's been kind of okay, but now it's going to be a lot better now that I got this glue dots thing going. This was just today, like right before coming on the stream. So I'm all excited about it. But
right. Well, again, we're all toy photographers, so we know like what goes into using stands, using blue tack, using glue dots to make these figures. As much as I like to balance my stuff as much as possible, like it's not always possible. They're toys. They don't want to always agree with us.
I always go back to Trevor, what Trevor talked about, right? When he talks about shooting the 4 Horsemen prototypes, the stress that he's under and just that stuff. So, yeah, man. It's going to happen.
I mean, I told Dacre on my stream when I had the prototypes here, like I was a good 20, 30 minutes dripping sweat just trying to get a somewhat dynamic walking strut look out of a pose, because and then I'd get it set and then it would just fall. And I remember my daughter coming down and be like, will you just take a deep breath. Like, baby girl, you're okay. Like, this is the toy. Dad is so upset with the toy.
Which figure was it?
So Almighty Legends.
Okay.
So it's like, I know 2 different biblical lines launched, and they both. That's the thing. Like, I'm so happy and proud that like I had a hand in helping one. Again, just my small hand in helping one get back. But both biblical toys have been backed at this point. You had the what was the Macho? You backed the straight up biblical characters. That was from one of the 4 Horsemen guys, Chris. What's up?
Biblical Adventures,
right? So that was Chris. I think he was the main designer, the Kickstarter, right? So he's from 4 Horsemen.
I plan on replacing my mom's Jesus shrine at her house.
There you go.
With action figures. Yes.
Yeah. Seeing how long it takes for her to realize that I did that.
You got to put them in crazy poses, like nothing inappropriate, but just like
every time it's gonna, I'm gonna change the pose. Maybe I'll do the Buddy Christ.
Oh, there you go. Buddy Christ.
Matt's
Second Dogma.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite movies, for the record. Wait, so that's awesome.
That's a good movie. Yeah,
it is a good movie.
I can't tell you how many times I've drunk because I'm like an hour 15 from Red Bag, but my wife grew up. I was actually hitting up seeing if Diamond Selects, if I could get my hands on the Jay and Silent Bob figures that came out years ago, because my wife is from she's 5 minutes from the Quick Stop. So
okay.
I wanted to do some some big, so I got to track down these Diamond Select toys.
I don't remember Diamond Select making them. You're not talking about the little ones, right?
No, I'm talking. They did full size ones, but this is now years ago. So I have to hit up the eBay. But let's get back to Odious real quick, dude. Like, you obviously not only, again, you put in your love of like the character, the idea, and then your love of action figures, because you know what we want, and that's also the whole thing. Like, we have, so is it 4 total head sculpts or 3? 4?
I'm committing to 4 total head sculpts, but there may be a secret one in there.
Okay.
We'll see.
So but still 4. I mean, I guess
4.
I'm like freaking 4, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
4 different distinct, and like when you look at again the personalities that that the sculpt work has gone in. Like, I'm loving this one. This you're gonna see in so many like
I love that one
toy
too.
photo memes.
Yeah,
like that's gonna be so great. And then I'm so happy.
The one that's not in there is like a cheesy smile. It looks pretty cool too. But
epic. Okay, yeah. And that's the thing, because like, how many times, like, why is it so hard for us as toy people to like give us a stoic face, give us a smiling, and give us an angry yelling? It's not hard. 3 head sculpts. That's
that
like
works.
that's what we need. I love that you're doing finger pointing. That's awesome, right?
Oh yeah. I should have put a middle finger. Somebody said that, but maybe down the road. But yeah, middle finger would have been pretty good too.
So is there?
Always do an accessory pack later on.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. So like, what is it? So because I'm gonna again put this positive, right? Like when this gets backed, so we have these finally a year from now in our hands. Like, what is the next step for you and for building on this odious, unparalleled universe you're building?
Well, if so, first off, when it gets backed, like after it's backed and we're good to go and we're making stuff, I'm gonna be releasing accessory packs up until this comes out, like different types of things. I'll be making things available as we go. Once I know where I stand and how much finances there are and things like that, then we could start to add stuff and do different things. But assuming we just get backed and maybe there's not additional finances to add other things or whatever, and I just move to, there will be another project right after, and that'd be a character called Rubio, which is like a cybernetic kind of version of Odious, which is more like not a version of Odious, it's a different character, but it's like how was I describing it? I felt like I described it good on Friday and now I can't remember. It's like he's like a Frankenstein kind of version of Odious, like man-made. Somebody couldn't use Odious the way they wanted to, so they decided they had to make their own Odious, and they created Rubio, but Rubio has a Frankenstein, Edward Scissorhands type of vibe to him. But then at the same time, he's also like a psychopath that wants to prove at all costs that the world doesn't need Odious, that he's better than Odious. So all the good stuff that Odious tries to do, Rubio tries to do it at an extreme, like way worse. Like Odious may save he may save like some police from some kind of weird monster. Odious will kill the police, the monster, everybody who saw, like everything. His thing is like kill the monster, right? He thinks that's good, but so he's got a warped sense of what like the morality that Odious has.
Oh, I like that a lot. All right, that sounds really awesome. Henrock also brought up soft goods pack.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Okay.
There's one that you guys might see pretty soon, and it's like an army type of thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that might be the first like soft goods pack that's available.
But really, all of this artwork that you were able to get from people is just.
Oh yeah, shout out to everyone who did the artwork. I left, if you click the art and stuff.
Oh yeah. This is Harry, aka the Soul, right? The Soul Brother.
The Soul Brother, yeah.
And this is Andy Rivas did this one. I mean, how cool, man! And what's the name of the club?
I haven't got a name for it yet.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
It should have a name.
That could be a fun, you could do that as part of your Tuesday crew. You could do a poll or put something up, make that a part of maybe make it a pledge tier or something. You get to name the get to name his weapon, something along those lines.
$100,000 tier, you get to name the weapon.
There you go. Now, I wanted to touch on these soft goods because I know that you've spoken about them, and I know you're still up in the air again, depending on, unless you can correct me now, but the last I heard you say was the jacket you would like to be wired, but it's in part of the financial aspect, right?
Yeah, no update on that quite yet, but
okay,
that jacket has a wire in it now, but we'll have to see how it ends up. The jacket I sent them has a wire as well, so.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
So, like, how frustrating has been trying to like locate and deal with like the fabrics to get these cloth goods made up. Has that been tough?
You mean like from the
just in general? Yeah. Or do you have people that do that for you? Because I know that, in talking to just different people in the toy world, like there is that aspect of like going to, like buying the fabrics from different, right? But that gets sent over, and that there's different marketplaces and stuff like that. And
so thankfully I got an extra set of clothing made by the Rebel 10 Customs who did the prototype clothing on this. I just got another set and I sent it to the factory and said, this is what I'd like. So kind of made it simple. That way I have I have it as close to what I have here as possible.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
They may come back and say, hey, let's do this instead. Like I sent them some things, and the factory or my program manager came back and said, hey, let's do this with the cloth instead of this, little things like that. So, it's it's kind of early to just like to really give too much information on that type of stuff, only because we haven't got there. Like, I'd be happy to share it. I just, haven't got there quite yet. But as soon as like things start coming back and I'm touching and doing things and sending them back and forth, I'll be happy to like share that information.
So then, in terms of this shirt, is this that hoodie flannel? Is that a combo? Like, is that sewn together? Is that a combo? And like, how does it stick together? Is it Velcro down the middle?
Let's see.
And John, what shirts would you like Odious to wear? what style?
I always feel like there's times when you're like calling me, I'm always like, do I look like I'm not paying attention? Like,
no, I'm just doing my teacher thing. I want to make sure everybody's actively engaged.
I know you're doing the teacher thing. That's what I'm saying. I know you're doing the teacher thing, but I'm always like, do I look like I'm not paying attention? Did I like fall asleep? No. What happened here?
I just like I'm making
I immediately assume I'm in trouble.
Do I give you that vibe?
No. I mean, I think it'd be great if you wore a B2S shirt. I think that'd be great. A little two sandal shirt. We can get them going there.
What about a varsity jacket would look good?
Actually, varsity jacket would look awesome. We could do a little Wolfman vibes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh man, I mean that's what's again. I'm gonna continue to press to the community, like in our chat.
Baseball jersey.
Oh hell yeah! I mean that's my go-to sport.
That'd be cool.
Wing or lose, Blink 182 shirt.
No way, a Wu-Tang sweatshirt.
Wu-Tang sweatshirt.
Yeah. Or hieroglyphics.
Take that. Cool. It was Shaolin.
Yeah.
Doombot says, tell him about the unique tattered shirt, Wade.
Yeah, that's one thing that was a recent development, kind of, that each Odious figure will have like, so the jacket underneath I'm sorry, not the jacket, or is it called the jacket? People always correct me. Like the jacket, this piece that goes underneath the coat, the longer coat. This here will have a bunch of like rips and stuff, kind of like tattered, kind of like the Wolfman, But every piece of it will have a different ripped, tattered pattern. You know what I'm saying? So like if you two have, or the three of you guys have them, the rips won't look the same on any of them. They're all going to be slightly different. So it'll be like pretty unique. You have yours, where the rips are and the tatters and stuff like that. If you ever get another one, you'll be like, man, this isn't mine. It doesn't have the same rip pattern. Every single piece will be unique.
Cool. Yeah.
I like that. I also like Fox Toy Box saying Hawaii 5-0 Odious, like little Hawaiian shirt, maybe some sunglasses. Yeah, sunglasses could be cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hawaiian shirt.
And this to me, like, what vibe I get from this, and it was a figure that, like, all right, so like the Gomez and Vapor, like the whole Rumble Society of Mezco, like
for sure.
Where I remember initially being like, what, all these guys buying this like cockroach, like, and this blue guy, like what is this? And then I bought them because I started seeing pictures and being like, these guys are epically badass. And then I had it in hand and just completely fell in love. And my imagination, but like went through the roof about how to use them and who to have them interact with in terms of like the mainstays of like our pop culture,
Yeah.
And now I feel like I've already done that. That's why I was like, oh, I'm getting this Odious because he looks so incredible and I don't have to play that game. Like, it's going to be an amazing figure as a toy. And I already now know I'm going to just be obsessed with dressing him up in different looks. Like, and just stealing. My daughter just got a ton of LOL girl dolls.
Nice.
Yes, I'm going to start stealing those, like, little leather jackets and stuff.
Oh, geez. That's awesome for sure. I think the accessory aspect and the customizing aspect, I think that's fun. I like the idea of something like Action Man, right? Like that's very cool, but I would never buy Action Man. It was before my time, and now it's like, it's goofy. But like I like the idea, so that's kind of like something that I kind of like was driven by when making Odious, like the different ideas for clothing and things like that.
Right. And I like that Wade bites all the clothes himself.
Yeah.
Actually, the more we talking about it too, right? Like I just picked up the cigar pack from Gridiron Studios, right? Like you can see Wade with his feet up on a desk, just puffing away.
Wade or Odious?
Odious.
You know what? Both. Why not? Both, right? Yeah.
Maybe Odious, not Wade, but yeah, Odious.
Not Wade? All right. No. So, yeah, Odious.
And that's
For sure. I do want to do a. So I was talking about the army head. I do want to do an additional head sculpt eventually that has like an army helmet kind of on already, and then him with like a big old school cigar kind of thing, like
That'd be dope.
to go along with the army clothing. I think that'd be really cool.
For sure. Rick Jones said G.I. Joe started out with soft goods accessories. Oh, that'd be neat. Yeah, just literally anything. And then like that's his, let's see, that's his form of signature. Oh, the gnawing at the
Yeah. I'll ruin your toy personally.
So here we go. I have so only a couple questions, but I have a couple questions from Instagram. Gang, I always mispronounce his name, but it's GANGEWIFRE. It's like Gang Wifery. I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I always try to get the name right. He said, "What was the first figure you bought? You remember your first figure?" I don't know if you want to go all the way back to childhood, or if you want to just think of like it in terms of your reviewing era of your life.
Oh man. I couldn't tell you the first. I've always bought toys. Like there is no first. You like, yeah. I've always had action figures, and like, yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure how to answer that one.
No, wait. I will tell you, I couldn't answer that either. Like, I have no idea. Like what phase of my life, and what even if I could remember. If you're like, well, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough one. But and then Boogie with
question though.
Yeah. And then Boogie with Toys said, who would win a 1v1 duel between Odious and Robo?
Odious.
Yeah.
So, a couple Instagram again in the chat. If there are any questions about Odious, the backstory, the Kickstarter itself, again, any of these, I know you guys have been, especially if you're just finding my stream today because you support Wade and everything that he does, which is so cool. Like I know you've heard him talk about this stuff, but if there's anything else, we have this time together. This is just so cool, Wade. Honestly, like I hope you get more hits today. Like I'm just gonna go back one more time and
yeah, definitely saw a couple of sales come through.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, yeah. The Yimbo effect. That's what we'll call it. The Yimbo B2S. But man, it's spectacular. And dude, we should, I hope this is the first of many for us getting to hang out together. Like,
sure.
like I don't want to keep, taking up too much of your time as a fellow toy daddy. I don't know if you have to tuck kids still in if they're at that age.
Well, no, I don't know if I ever tucked my daughter in. How do you do that? I was never tucked in. What does that do? What do you do? You just
I don't do any tucks. I just literally drop her in bed. I go
a
rock and then a drop. I'm from a low height. I don't want to say from like shoulder. Here we go. So I like to think. So this is from Protocarp. I'd like to think that whenever Odious gets summoned, he always ends up with a motley crew of dudes that happen to have the same name as the Wade crew. I like that.
I definitely got to figure out a way to put the Wade crew into the stories somehow.
Oh, dude. Oh, so then all right? So we get the figure backs. We have all the different accessory packs and all the different things, like all that stuff. You've already talked about, like, would you be revisiting a comic book idea? Like getting back into that, like once you have this toy made, like kind of go, maybe it'll be like the He-Man route, right? You got the toy first, and it's like, oh shit, we need to make a kids show.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's definitely part of the plan for sure. Once the toy gets going, and things are moving, comics are on the way for sure. I've already got a couple of things kind of bubbling. First off, I want to start it off with just like short stories, and then maybe eventually a collection of short stories, but. That's where I'm at with it now. But definitely, I need to see Odious in panels. Basically, definitely, that's life goal type stuff right there.
Yeah. Well, man, I might have to send you some story pitches if you need it.
Oh, geez. Okay, as long as they're not Odious related, I'm down to check them out. That reminds me, someone has sent me their story to read, and I keep forgetting to read it. That just reminded me. I gotta read that. I'm the worst.
No, you know what? Like, all you have to do, Wade, if once I get my figure, I'll start doing my own little Odious tales. And if you ever want me to expand on it, I'm an English teacher, so I can do some writing for you.
Okay, well, first read Saga, and then when you come back,
Yes.
and if you come back and go, Saga sucks, that'll be the last conversation we have, and then
Fair.
we'll go from there.
All right, we'll shake on it. There we go. All right, chat. Like I don't know. I don't want to keep Wade on too much longer. I just think this is an amazing project, and we should be backing this for all of the reasons that we've touched on. I mean, this figure kicks ass. It really does, and I'm excited for you, dude. Like,
Thanks, man.
Really, this is so cool. So, there are. Let me just run through here so you can get the available rewards: the Odious Bear Body for $50, the Odious figure for $80, and then you can get the ×2 for $145, and then you got the Odious wholesale 10-pack. Again, you get some boys together. That's what we've been doing, that's
the way to go. I mean, it's much less, it's much cheaper and stuff, and yeah. And also for the bear bodies, there's an add-on option too. So if you add on a bear body, it's $45. So if you have an existing pledge and you add on a bear body, it's $45 instead of $50.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And dude, I will, like I said, I have a couple of those. I'll just shout them out again, but I will talk to you about it afterwards. But like again, smaller toy stores, I will reach out to them. But Hella Dope Toys is an awesome one. And then hardtofindtoys.net is a veteran-run building or veteran-owned business by Renee, who I met at Legion's Con. And then Chubsy Wubsy, our local boy, who is the best. And I think that they would all be probably open-minded to jumping on, back in this, especially with them. So I will hit you up after later on tonight. I'll send you some stuff over on Instagram, buddy. But
okay.
Oh, hold on. We got another chat coming in. Yo, wait, all these years of characters. Ursa Major is a bear, Monkey King, and King Shark, Killer Croc, the Beast for your super awesome character. What drew you towards a Sasquatch? That's a great question.
Oh, I mean, I just always like Sasquatches, and like, yeah, they're just cool. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's fascinating, like, because there's people that have committed their lives to convincing people that they're that they're Sasquatches, like it's so bizarre. And like no matter what the answer is, it's hilarious. Like if there's actual Sasquatches running around, like, oh, that's pretty funny, like nobody believed you. And then if there isn't, it's like these fools went through so much trouble just to lie to everyone. So it's just bizarre. But then I also love like the fact that Sasquatches have kind of shown up in all kinds of different cultures, like that every culture has their version of like a Sasquatch or Yeti. And also like the idea of Wendigos. Like Wendigos are like a horror version of a Sasquatch. So there's just like so many cool things and story ideas you could do surrounding Sasquatches. And and Odious isn't necessarily a Sasquatch. Like he kind of is, but he's got like a weird skull like design to the face and the nose and things like that, so it's a little bit of a different take on a Sasquatch. He's meant to look ugly and cursed, so that's what I was going for with them.
Yeah, no, and that it definitely comes across. Oh, that's so good. Tasket Hand said, "Great job as always, gentlemen. Thanks for making this happen." It's like an all-star lineup chat for me.
Nice. Yeah, shout out to Tasket Hand. He's been sharing the Kickstarter quite a bit. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, he's awesome. So Wade, like I said, man, I still have a toy correspondent video for my buddy, and I'm gonna chit chat with these guys a little bit longer. But like I said, I don't want to take up any more of your time tonight. I think I'm tapped out of questions. I hope this is the first of many future conversations and lives we'll get to do together, buddy. But thank you again for this opportunity, and I'll hit you up on Instagram after the show.
Okay, you guys have a nice evening.
Wade, thank you so much, man.
You're Wade.
No problem. Thank you. See you guys later. Much later, J-Shot.
Later.
That was so cool. Now I'm going to put my butt in between two sentinels. There we go. Oh, that was so nice. So, Wade is awesome, dude. Chat, I really I know that there's a lot of stuff out there. We keep talking about it. There's a lot of stuff out there that is, asking for, like our backing financially of things. Just to buy, like, again, HasLabs, for instance, ramen racers, all sorts of big ticket items. This is one that I really, I know the three of us believe in it, and for all of the reasons. I mean, hell, it's a toy. Again, it's one of our boys. It's one of our toy photographers, like toy reviewers, making this happen through sheer will, and it's such a cool figure. Like he knows what he's talking about. He's one of the few guys that I would trust to make an action figure from the ground up.
Yeah, no, he's definitely one of those guys that's like, you know, like you said, he's in the community, right? So like, yeah, like Ramen Racers and HasLabs, it's awesome. But like, it's direct to the community. It's, you know, it feels very much like Mike. You know, it just feels like it has to.
Yeah. So let's see. So again, thank you, chat, for being bumping. We're not going anywhere. We're still going to be hanging out for a little bit. So you can see right now, Machu is finally getting going. That gorgeous.
He's been itching. It's like he was like dying to get to it.
Yeah. I was thinking that logo out so we could see it. So he was able to find some of the Mutant Mayhem toys. We found the set. You found the box, right?
Yeah. So and J-Shot did too.
Yeah. Oh, you found separately or together? Were you together?
Separately. We were separate today. So yeah.
I did run into his family though when I was there.
You did, yeah. So
which is
we've the J-Shot household has been battling something all day. So we ran out in shifts today is how we got out. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Doombot said also supposedly voiced by Keith David. Customs by Machu. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining us tonight. Thirsty for chicken. Darn, I got here right as Wade left. I know you're just left with us three schmucks.
Yeah.
I promise to keep you entertained as we're moving forward. And hello, I'm new here. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. You know, again, I can't stress enough. If you're new here, hit that like button while you're hanging out, and be sure, whether it's on my channel or on the Machu Toy channel, because Between Two Sentinels is every Wednesday, and then Yimbo Reviews Everything goes live every Sunday night, as you are literally watching in this moment. Let's see. Mo
awesome.
Rupoko, yeah, Odious could pilot the Firefly, man. Cal the Collector,
bring that back.
He's had for so long. It's great to actually be able to buy one, and he was rotating that camera. That was cool. Oh yeah, again, Thirsty for Chicken. You're new here, Mashu. You're in for a special treat, buddy. The first time I got to see, if I could go back in time and watch one thing, it was the first time watching Machu Toys pose up some toys and get that moving camera. Oh, I can't. That's too good. So you know what's so funny? I have the Rise of the Ninja Turtle toy line. So technically, when I was trying to count how many turtles I have in my house, they should count. I gave them to my kids, but I thought that was early on in toy photography, and I never ended up using them. But I was surprised by the articulation, and now just looking at those, man, those are pretty decent. Like Raph, like the arms coming across, like that's pretty neat.
Yeah, because the shell in the front is pretty soft, so you can have the arms overlap. And then, I mean, it's just basic action figure articulation that they have. I'm gonna see if I can try to modify it a little bit because, like, the feet, they just swivel. So, trying to get them to stand, it's only in certain poses.
Oh wait,
the feet have a little bit of a bend to it, but you gotta watch because you can even see the plastic start to go.
There's a bend.
There's a little bit of a bend too. Yeah. I mean, I was moving them up and down.
So it's a swivel, but not an up and down. You can't get.
You can do.
There's no hinge. There's no hinge.
There's no hinge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
okay, well, that's a bummer.
See, yeah, no, they were pretty awesome, and I was. I mean, I don't think I tell you the story about Target a couple weeks ago, but like today was all about like getting them for my son. Like he was all about them. You know, he happened to find them before they were officially out, so like they got taken away from him, and Target was very much a jerk about it. So today, like it was like all about getting them for him, and then you know we were playing with them a little bit before we jumped on the stream. But I was surprised by them. I was really impressed, and actually the big one, like the 12-inch one, has pretty good articulation. For a big figure like that. It doesn't bend at the elbow, but it's got like, shoulder swivel. It's got double jointed, or not double jointed, but it's got joints at the knees. Like I was actually surprised by that. I
mean, just look at how they're posed up right now, and I love Mikey back there on the stand. Because can come with 2 sets of weapons too, right? You got the orange toy looking versions, and you got the painted.
The singles do. The singles do.
The singles do. Okay. So how did you wait? I'm so confused. What did you end up buying, Matt? What are we looking at? That bus set?
Yeah,
Bus.
it's
the turtle van, man. Come on.
the turtle van. It's a 6-pack.
Turtle fan. I told you how many naps I took today.
Yeah.
Yesterday messed me up.
I hope so. You get him too.
Oh man, I'm so stoked for this movie. I will say I
Dude,
played
I'm
the
so-
trailer for my kids, and they were like super into it.
This is the only way you can get April, though, right?
I
Right
think
now?
I think she's got a soul.
She's not. She's not in the single packs. She's only in the in the van.
By the way, we have Cal Collector saying, "Are we going to get Yimboni a Kickstarter in the future?" If I can ever get to Wade's point and beyond, then hell yeah, I will. I would love. All I've been talking about is making a toy of myself.
What do you call your fans?
I don't have no. This is just all my friends.
I thought they were Yimbonians.
Imbonians? Imbonians?
Imbonians.
I guess if we go with
Imboners?
yeah,
What?
citizens of Yimtropolis. Oh, you guys kill me. Too much. Let's see. So Cody says people think the Playmates of the '90s figures, but their modern stuff is pretty normal aside from no feet rockers. Yeah. Lucky Butter's hitting us with some pew pew pow pow. The BD62, those figures are great for $10.
Yeah, they are pretty
That's the other thing for $10.
Lucky Butter with the Rick Jones. Thirsty for chicken. I need to definitely pick those up. And then let's see. So far, yes, no single pack for April, though I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, no,
true.
You're right.
And then Thirsty says a lot of times Playmates goofs up the likeness, but these are perfect. Yeah, they look awesome. They look here. Let's do the old Machu solo cam. Hang on. Ooh, there we go. Beautiful. They are spectacular. Get that motion going. And did it come? Wait, is that Mouser from the set too?
No.
Oh no.
No, right? That Mouser's come from Splinter, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
Which I have.
Too much turtle stuff right now.
Yeah, there's
so much.
A lot of turtles.
I have my Master Splinter. Should I get Shredder? I had Shredder in hand once before. I did find 2 more foot soldiers, so I have 3 of the Mirage foot soldiers now. That's where I'll stop.
I mean, I haven't opened it yet, but I don't know. I saw somebody put him up. I want to say it's Epic Disaster, but I don't know if it was him who put it up. Put up a shot of them throwing him off the roof, and I was like, "Oh, it looks so good."
Yeah, I have them too. I haven't opened them yet, and I should. I opened the foot. That was awesome.
The foots are really good. I mean, if you don't have a comic Shredder,
I don't. And I don't. And I probably should just, he's one of those core guys. What dissuaded me was when Cody, spoiler alert, everyone, told me he blew up in the first episode of the comic. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but he comes back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Henrock just said.
Spoiler alert on a 40-year-old comic. Yeah. Yeah.
I just picked up Shredder today. I probably should. Is it still up on Target? Are the links all still there?
I believe so.
Which was really nice for people, by the way. I'm happy that I got to hunt for these. I felt like this was actually, hold on a second, moment of joy. Let's reflect.
Give yourself
on
the
this
cam. Give yourself full cam for your moment of joy here.
No, I'm just gonna go back because I'm just.
No, come on.
There we go. Now I can.
I feel like hunting for these Mirage turtles was actually a fairly enjoyable experience, and then they rewarded us with the app with everything available and not selling out instantly. Was that just me, or was this are they coming around, Target? Are they finally listening to us?
Yeah, and you know what? I got to hang out with Henrock when I was hunting for the Mirage turtles. So that was pretty cool.
I'm just saying, man. I got to hunt. I got to I had there's nothing. I got to talk nicely to some Target employees about the DCPI. I had to go through that a little bit, but. It was neat. Every time I was going, let me go see. Oh, and then I found my foot soldiers, and there's my April, and it was always something there. And then, like I said, if you still failed miserably because if you're in one of those Target areas that just constantly gets gorged, they're all up on the app today. Yeah. So I just thought it was really nice. I don't know.
I actually thought it was nice. and I know like you had to really like work for it, but getting the exclusives for San Diego was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And even like third day, people were saying like the figures were up for almost 20, 30 minutes after. So
that first day was rough. First day made a lot of people mad, but that's
but that's always going to be the first day, know. And again, like maybe you didn't turtle hard enough that first day. So
I love that you were going at people.
But like for real, right? Like people are like, oh man, I just forgot about this link. I forgot about this link, and now they're already gone. I was like, no. Like you don't get to complain that you forgot about this link for a half hour and they're gone. That link was open on my desktop at 9:30 in the morning, and like it was refreshed every 45 minutes, and like for the last 36 seconds, that computer was refreshed every time. Like, it wasn't the link's fault, like there's a lot of times where we can blame a lot of things. That wasn't the link. You didn't turtle hard enough that day.
I will say though that I wasn't able to check out. I was having that problem.
Yeah. I mean, I put you in a queue.
Don't tell me I didn't turtle hard enough because I hunted these things down for you.
You hunted. I did not say you didn't turtle hard enough. Okay, relax, chill out. God, I hunted these down for you. Like I texted Matt and was like, "Listen, if you don't find these things in store, our friendship is over." Like
that is exactly what he sent me.
Matt wakes up and he's like, "I'm gonna go on a toy hunt today," and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I'm in Connecticut. Should I keep going?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. Maybe don't cross the Canadian border looking for turtles today." So
that's too much.
I wouldn't look at the Canadian border. I don't know if they even had them yet, right?
They probably had it before we did, the same way the other ones are up.
No, because they don't have a Target.
No, so they were at Toys R Us then.
Yeah, but it's going to arrive at Toys R Us later.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Kevin. Customs by Mashi was here for a little while.
Yeah, that's what. So just diving back in. Let's see. So Cody says he dies right after when he comes back. All right, yeah. Thirsty for Chicken. Thank you for switching channels again. I don't know if you guys have picked up on this, but between the Toy Daddies, I'm one of the Toy Daddies with No Chewing and Toy Father, who are also part of Toy Talk. That they are on their hiatus, but they do a Monday night stream. And then there's Between Two Sentinels with these two lovely gentlemen. And then there's me on Sundays, and I'm also do the TPC Toy Pick Community Top 10 on Wednesdays. So yeah, we all like to cross streams. Like you're not supposed to, according to Egon, but we like to. So thanks for coming over.
Cross away. They end up crossing the streams in the end. And
exactly. It all works. So thanks for coming over. Thank you, Lucky Butter.
We should start a stream crossing channel called The Big Twinkie. Right? It's just like that's a big Twinkie. So.
That should just be when we all do the things.
Yeah, just call it The Big Twinkie. I do have to say, talking about Ghostbuster quotes, when Wade was like, he has no D, and I just like all I could think about is Ghostbusters be like, yes, that's absolutely true. This band is dickless. Like one of the most underrated lines in that movie.
I concur with that for sure. Cody says, in Utah, you have to prod employees to search the back. Nothing on shelves even today. Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, that's where Cody's from?
Yeah. So, hey, again, but like I said, we had luck dealing with pleasant Target employees because we're also smiley, pleasant guys. But I just am so happy that if you had this frustration for the last couple of weeks of not being able to find the Mirage set, that they're just all up. And like that April, remember I was like, that's the only, I want to get that April. And then like I found her and it was no big deal. And then like she was still up today. So it's really nice. That's all I'm saying is like, I'm super into if they do this more often. Like let us hunt and play the DCPI game. And then they'll just drop them on a thing. Like give us 2 weeks of hunting.
Right. But like do this more often, like spread out because like I can't keep dropping what I dropped this week on Ninja Turtles.
I understand. I understand. Like I had a pricey trip when I went. But it is what it is.
These are the things that we do. At the end of the day, it's only money. But
it's just points, bro. It's just points. I've talked about this many times before, but I just wanted to point out again that I've been able to shoot this well. You do have to mess around with your camera settings. You won't get the glare if you position your lights the right way. But obviously, like this, yeah, you will. It does make it hard to photograph, so you do have to get good angles. I still like this. I still think it was probably a little too expensive for what it is, but I'm happy I have it. I'm happy I have.
It's, you know what? It's gonna look nice when they release the sewer, right? Like it's gonna make a big difference.
Do you think? Because that's all the.
It's coming.
Last year, San Diego.
Coming. I've heard rumors end of year, like it might be a pre-order end of year for mid-year next year, but
you mean they're giving us a break, right?
Yeah, no. Well, don't forget they still got like I think they might give us a little bit of a break because they're don't forget they still got like the to come out, the van and stuff. So
and Rock, blood, sweat, and tears, Macho. Thursday, my target either has a guy that is really nice and will go check, or an employee that looks at you like they're speaking another language and doesn't understand what to do no matter how you explain it. I will say on one of my hunts where I had her look up the DCPI, it was for the turtle. She's like, well, it says there's 6 on hand, but and she got all like red faced and like, I'm like, well, okay. She's like, yeah, I just did not out. And so, but I can tell you where else they are. I'm like, okay. And then she told me, and then I like walked away and I just like, and I literally did like the, like I said, so sorry to bother you one more time, but 6 on hand, wouldn't that mean like they're here? She did not want to go to the back. She didn't know what it meant. That happens. But my wife, had a person go back and get me my set. So it's all really cool. And yeah, chicken, thirsty for chicken. This is how it is, man. That's what we are. Smiley, chill guys, just enjoying our toys. We'll continue the hunt, gentlemen. Good night. All right, Henrock. Thanks for joining us tonight, brother. Digs Figs, my man Ryan, did any of you get the turtle tots?
Which ones? Because I know that there are the Fisher Price ones that I actually really, really want. I was a little jealous of Cody's. Cody did the review last night. And he got the apron that came with it, which I was like, damn. So I know that my wife did say that there was a bunch of them in Target. So I might go back either tomorrow or sometime this week to grab them. But there was also the Target exclusives for Mutant Mayhem that had the turtle tots. I didn't grab those yet, but I probably will.
How many?
I think they're cute. I think
gotta get all of them. Damn it! What? This is Turtle Mania. It's
two packs. It's okay. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, they're cheaper.
And McKinney, hey Yimbo, for a guy who finds a big interest in toy photography when it comes to pictures, do you prefer recreating iconic poses or making up your own unique poses and scenes? That is a fantastic question. I really love that. I'm going to say for myself, because again, these two gentlemen also do it, and I'll let you guys answer too. Like, I rotate. I like to lean towards this is something that I heard Just Jay say on your stream when you had interviewed him, but he called it his mental Rolodex of Spidey images, right? Like, he can just go and pull. Not that people might, if you're older than 40, you might not know what a Rolodex is, but it was the old thing. If you watch Mad Men, like, you flip through phone numbers. But it's just, your stock images. So I like to see if I can recreate things myself first. And I usually go with, I like to have storylines if I can. But with the time I've been able to dedicate to photography lately, sometimes I go more towards like portrait-based work. So if I need to, I pull from Google Images. I'll look up comic books, movie scenes. It's basically, comic covers, for instance. So that's for me. I guess it's everything. You use whatever for inspiration. It's art. That's my answer.
I always use Google for references for poses. Like, especially if I get a new character. I mean, like Spider-Man, even though I know his poses, I'll still go back and Google his poses.
Yeah. It's because there's so many different ways you can do it. Like, of course, you can picture legs out. You could do the one leg back and the twist in the thing. Right. Yeah. There you go. But then there's so many other ways. You know what I wanted to do now, Mashu, is you got me into thinking about using the video game as a reference pool when we were talking about that the other day. It's like, God, with Spider-Man 2 coming out, using that photo mode or going back in, and I want to finish up Miles for like the second or third time. And just seeing... yeah, like what kind of like when you're doing the flippies things, like
Yep.
start shooting those poses, the special combo poses.
I always do like one of my signature ones is like the double web with one arm behind the back.
Yes. That's one I actually don't use enough because I feel like I can never pull it off. But yeah, John, what about you, man? Where do you go with your stuff?
I do both. I mean, like this one I was just playing around with, right? But I feel like it looks pretty spot on. But I actually felt like up when I did a shot with the pink skulls, and I was like, oh, I want one guy leaning against the wall. That's when I went in and pulled the reference, and it made a huge difference. So like I've been trying to pull references for sure, but I mean, there's always like a few that you're just like you naturally find, right? Like some of them with the, and they don't always work out, but like this was just like a naturally found pose for indie, that you really like. Yeah, I like pulling references. I feel like it ends up inspiring something else, and then there's always challenges, right? Because the figure doesn't bend that way, or you can't get it to bend that way, whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, I definitely. I feel like since I've started pulling references, it's leveled it up, leveled up the figures for sure.
I want to see if I can find. I've referenced this thing before.
So when I have a problem trying to get the figure to pose the way I want it, or like it won't bend the way that it won't match the reference, change the angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually remember Yimbo you talking about that. We're just like rotating. Yeah.
And that goes back to advice I got from Dan's Toy Art. And he ended up also, so he's told me that, but then he also he presented a video to the Toy Pick community where he was just like, you might have something that like from one angle doesn't look great, but then as soon as you flip it around, like that's what he does. That's what I've started doing. Like, like I'll be watching TV posing up Spidey. I just took the Spidey, which I really like, by the way. Again, I knew I would because it's on a buck that the Renew Your Vows book, so it's like, oh, this will be fun. Yeah. But I had him in the car the other day when we picked our kids up from school, and that's all I was doing. Because like with posing, I can still have a conversation, and like because it's just me,
right?
My fidget figure.
It's a fidget toy.
Yeah. And that's all. And then I look like I'm in the car, and then I'm just like. Like, how does that look? Okay, and I'm spinning around, but I'm still having a conversation, full blown. Right. Like we're all good, but yeah, that's definitely like search around, get the different angle, because then you know where to capture it with your camera or your phone. So that would be my best advice for that. And also, like, it depends on how inspired you are. Sometimes I need the reference. Like, here's something that I talked about recently. Let's see.
Cody said, "Yimbo driving and posing."
I was not driving. I'm actually whenever I can have my wife drive, that's what I do.
Yimbo gets pulled over for posing under the influence. Nice. Okay.
You guys might laugh, but I've looked up male photography portrait poses or female, depending on.
Dude, I do that too.
Yeah.
Because this is professional portrait photography, and then you get what natural, like how people are posed up by real photographers, like for real people, and then you try to emulate that. I do that. Because I look at this stuff, I was able to add to my mental Rolodex. So I was able to I did a cat picture that I posted today. It was I'll do a quick little shout out to some of our fellow toy photographers. I got some collabs in this past weekend, so shout out some buddies. But HC Yellow Jacket and I did one, so here we go. So if I just put this up real quick, so here's my page. But this is what I did again, based off of having now been looking up portrait posing. I didn't do it for this, but because I've been doing it enough now, where like I, squeezed him nicely into the Johnny Cinco chair, which again, that chair, I mean, it's gorgeous. I love it. So, but there's HC Yellow Jacket. Shout out to my boy Martin. So thank you for watching, and again, thank you for doing this with me. That's an amazing shot. Then I did a Street Fighter one with TMNT 1987. Again, I've been shouting his account out, but he is awesome stuff. So that was nice to be able to do a Ryu shot with him.
He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, and then the Toy Father, my boy Chris. We are trying to get back into it was kicking off his summer break. at that spot collab. We did a little spot collab. So that was again chair stuff. Doing the chair. I want to do more chair stuff. I love doing the chair stuff, and that's all Machu's fault. Enabling points for that. For that.
100%.
Totally sorry.
Which again, the lead enabler of all of this was Agent Variant, our friend George, for showing us that chair and that magnet seat cushion, and that was it. Game over. So I'm about to. I slit the sticker on Splinter, so I'm going to be unboxing him tonight. But I did want to point out, speaking, because it's NECA, so it still fits in the right thing. But I got this from Chubsy Wubsy when I was there last week. This is the mummy accessory set, the sarcophagus. And there's not too much to it because look at the detail of this. Again, it's a NECA accessories. So
I got that too. I got that for the Mikey. I don't have.
Mikey.
Yeah, I don't have an actual mummy figure, but I did have the mummy Mikey.
Well, if you guys recall, and this is what's fun, I showed you guys my Kit Bash, my NECA mummy one. You were on the stream with that.
You also enabled me to buy the loose NECA mummy for.
That's right. Now I still
reason.
stand by. I still stand by that is a great looking Kit Bash. I ended up finishing Conch Snoop. So that actually motivated me to get the sarcophagus because it's John. You might need to. Chubsy had another set. I'm just saying, if you're there, this thing is.
We were just there on Friday.
Did he have any more? I thought he had one more.
No, I was too busy buying all the Spider-Verse figures that I saw.
Oh, nice. But this looks so cool, and now because of the different, now I'm like actually using this mummy figure as a mummy. So he has the closed eyes like this. He's got the eyes open, the mouth open one. So like immediately, I'm going to be doing a picture for a collab with my buddy Dan, with Indiana Jones coming up on the mummy. Nice. So there's that, and then the last little thing. I know we've been talking about NECA. Coming through with, for us toy photographers, this is what I was referencing, how they're putting out more products that are geared towards us. Like this is a nice, thick cardboard diorama that it comes with.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's actually massive. Like it's super tall.
I own it, yeah.
And, I can't even put the whole thing in, but yeah.
That's good.
So it's not just this. Look how thick that is.
That's really good. Yeah, and it doesn't look shiny either, which is nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at that. So I really like how NECA's been considering our little circle of the growing community of the We Are Banksy toy photography movement.
I got so Yimbo, I got to jump, but I did get one thing that I wanted to share this week.
Oh yeah.
It is very different from what we usually get, but. May or may not know, I'm a huge Walt Disney fan, and getting this Funko of him leaning against the movie camera.
Oh boy,
yeah, it just kind of like healed my soul to a lot of things. So yeah, I'm pretty. You probably get a better picture of it in the back there. But yeah, dude, this awesome. Was one of those. This is one of those like open the box, hold it. Fight back the tears for a second and then be like, cool, all right, I gotta go do stuff. But yeah, it was pretty meaningful, and I'm pretty excited about it. So
that's awesome, man.
On top of all the other turtle shit that we got.
Right.
Yeah. And Spider-Man shit.
And Spider-Man stuff.
Lots of Spidey. I know, lots of Spidey.
So, but I did get the Spider-Punk, and apparently one of the last existing Miles Morales figures. So thank God I got Spider-Punk because I got that head coming from
Nico.
Wow, Nico. I totally just blanked on his name for a second. But yeah. But dude, just appreciate the hell out of you giving me the invite for tonight.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for joining in, dude.
Sorry I can't stay longer, but some of us got to work tomorrow. We don't all have summer vacation. So.
I hear you. My summer unemployment, but I like to point that out.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I get it. I know how it works. I've had plenty of teachers in the family. I get that it's not all fun and games. So,
no, yeah, man. Thank you so much, John, for joining us tonight. And yeah, well, I'll be catching you see, tomorrow I'll be back to blowing up the chat again. So
There you go. That's it. And I think we should do a Monday, since the toy daddies or the toy talks off on Mondays. We should do one. We'll invite Toy Addict. It'll be the three of us and Toy Addict, and we'll just go.
there we go.
Oh. We'll be Toy Talk adjacent, just like how we'll be at San Diego Comic-Con. So
You just love using the word adjacent.
it's a fun word that I don't think gets used enough. So,
Or you could say
use it a
a
lot.
Jace. The Jace is a fun little
Toy Talk adjace. Yeah.
talk a Jace.
Talk adjace. All right, you both, thank you so much for everything.
No, buddy.
Matt, appreciate the hell out of you. Chat, night. We'll see you guys.
See you, John.
Yeah, John.
So getting back to the chat real quick. Yeah, so let's see. Task at hand. The Turtles killed my June budget. I know. Thirsty Chicken, I've been there too. Let's see. So let's see. Oh man. Jose Luis Fuentes Oshiro. How can I order your magnificent figure? So I'm assuming you're talking about Odious, because I don't have a figure myself. But that's through the Kickstarter. We did post it in the chat. I will also make sure it's in the description to this video, or just visit Unparalleled Universe, especially over on Instagram. That's where you can find just about all of us as our primary modes of communication, not just with us, but just in general, for everybody in the chat here. Let's see. Cody says, best believe I'll probably never use the apron. I technically got a turtle tot. It's in his video. Yeah, we are going to be doing that. Diggs Figs, the Mutant Mayhem ones. Path was saying, don't sell yourself short, brother. Oh, and Yimbo driving and posing. I was not driving. Just to remind you, I don't drive and pose. I do not drive and pose. No. Let's see. My A15 is my favorite pocket fig for a while. Which one is that? A15. Oh, Amazing Fantasy, right? Yeah.
Amazing Fantasy.
Yeah, that one is. I just need to go back. I've been wanting to bust out the animated series one too on the same buck.
So
I
this
gotta
is the one that I have in my hand right now. This one is the 3-pack but it's the same buck as the Amazing Fantasy.
Same buck, right?
Probably my favorite for the Spider-Man, just because of the size
Regular
and
paint.
And then I also changed
regular
the feet.
paint, right?
Yeah, and I use the feet from Renew Your Vows, so it has a toe hinge. Even though now I know I can do the toe hinge myself.
Yeah, you can. I know it makes me jealous that you're so talented, Matt. I say it all the time. Fans of Toy, does anyone use the MMM Toys dial? I know what you're talking about. I went just as like, I don't know, because that's the sound that makes in my head. But from Big Bad Toy Store, I have not. I do know Toy Feather has mentioned to me to be, I don't know. Are they the ones that some of them are scaled more towards figure arts sized?
Is
to
that
be just
well,
aware of that?
Fext is more like figure art size, like the jail cell.
Okay.
It's really short, so it's like if you tried to put a Legends in there, it would be too small.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of because they have a bunch of different stuff that looks really good. Like they have different like staircases and outdoor things. There's a tree that I'm picturing. Wartime stuff. I think, did they also do like a support rail structure type?
Yes,
I
think so.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the one I was looking at was, I think, I guess I should just go over there, which I could just pull them up. So the answer, the quick answer is no, I have not personally. But if anybody in the chat has, it would be greatly appreciated, because that's all we're doing is sharing our life experiences with one another, try to save each other some money if something doesn't work out, for instance, like this is how we learn. So let's see. I'm gonna bring share this tab. So let's check this bad boy out. All right. So for the toy dial. So yeah, see, like I'm not sure if this is going to be large enough. I'm sure it. I don't know. It's a lot of money to take a gamble on. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, and I think
like this one looks awesome.
Those are heavy too, right?
They are very heavy.
They're casted in resin.
Right.
So
they look incredible. I just personally, when I see the price of that, I'd rather buy an import figure myself. Like I'd rather get a toy.
What's the price of that pool table?
Yeah, it's again, super awesome. I've looked at this, that's really great detail, but that's also an incredibly expensive for. So like I always looking at this type of stuff, but then it's even size wise, it's 7 by 5 by 11, so it's not super even like big, like it's 11 inches tall, but 5 by 7, like that's not.
5 is the width.
And if it's
No,
7, wait, 5 is the
7 would
width,
be- 5 is the depth, I think.
5 is the depth, so
yeah.
7 is across, 11 up. That's not like I see. That's where the door, like this is
Right.
more for like your desk. You want to snap a quick picture, but you're not getting more than like a McFarlane on that thing.
Yeah, but you know, with those kinds of dioramas, what you could do is you can do portraits, right? And just have it in the background where you're using like a zoom lens, right? So like I would probably use like an 85 millimeter or maybe even 100 millimeter just to compress the background in the shot.
Oh yeah. I just think that there's like, you know, like it hasn't been worth it for me yet to jump on. Like, although when they hit their prices, they do go through these sales.
We also
like,
know
this one looks pretty good.
A bunch of people who do dioramas
that's also huge. Like, again, I'm always going to shout out Kevin, our boy, Lone Wolf Labs, like as being my top number one. Like, because every time I see him at cons, he's got something that I can still buy toys and still buy this like amazing diorama. Like the Batcave, I finally got to shoot, and it's like so gorgeous, and I love it so much. And you know, like I did, you know, like finally jumped on the Mirage Turtle Dio from 78 Points of Articulation, and that's going to be incredible. And you know, like that was a sacrifice of like, I keep trying to you know, decide on a few other toy purchases, and I'm like, well, that's coming. I got to make sure I can pay the bill on that. So like, but that like it's going to be worth it because then I'll be able to play with it. So I don't know. Plus, you can always get into like start small, smart with like making your own like brick wall. But everybody starts with the brick wall.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying there's other ways around, because at the end of the day, we always we like the toys. Like we like the toys number one. Like I always try to be very considerate of that fact, so we can you know.
Were you looking at the Spider-Man?
I was looking at the Spider-Man. Yeah, Matt's been making me very jealous with that Andrew head sculpt, because this is this figure art on the left, and then you got that Andrew on the Legends body. I'm still gonna get the figure arts one, but I wish
I already
it came
paid
with
for
the head
mine.
sculpt.
So
Yeah, I wish it came with the head sculpt.
I wish it did too. Like I think all of us did.
Did we know why? Like, is it just as simple as like licensing? Like, did they ever announce anything about it?
I don't think they approved the likeness. That was the problem.
So like Sony or Garfield's people?
It could be either one, right?
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
I feel like Andrew Garfield comes across as a pretty nice like human being, like outside of like, you know, the celebrity world. Just so I don't know if he'd be the one that would be.
Right.
Who knows? Sony feels like a company that's trying to like maximize their money. Look at that sculpt though. Yeah, that's why we have the customizer community. We have the Henrocks of the world. And who did you get your head sculpt from for Hobie?
Nico. That's Artman Customs.
Right, and then we have Black Symbiote, you know, like Diego, you know, that's
Diego.
So it creates other stuff for other people to share their art. By the way, no chewing is in the house for all the way from Spain, my little toy daddy. You know what? This is a good time to remind everybody that this Wednesday, we are doing a Toy Pick Community Top 10. But it is not. I'm going to be sans toy daddies. No toy father, no chewing this week. However, I'm bringing on Sir Trevor 1/6 shooter.
Oh, what a pleasure.
Right?
That's a treat.
Exactly. So I am super stoked. And I was like, that's all I need. I've been looking forward to talking to Trevor about toys and getting to pick his brain about photography, and this will give me a chance to run down these top 10 photos. And, you know, like Trevor knows his stuff. And I will be prepping the audience, just so you know, because normally it's like you know, it is always a celebration of toy photography, but to just to make sure that you're open for some constructive, because that's what Trevor's great at, but constructive criticism, because he will be able to give you, if you open your ears and hearts, he will help you elevate your artwork and photography to many, many levels, because we are always protective of what we do. But when that's why, like, Matt and I are in our little group of friends that, like, we push each other to be like, oh, can you, and like, you've done it to me. I'm like, yes, you're right. I should reshoot this. Because it's, but
I
that's
do
how
it to
we get better.
myself.
Yeah.
I do it to
that's how we
myself.
get
Like,
better.
what was that last shot? I did not sleep for an entire, I don't know how many hours.
Right. You went hard on that one. That was great. Photography, the roller shutter one, going back to the toys. Yeah, like, I mean, some of those look really cool, man. They do. Again, you could just take but then you have to also be aware that, like, I have also heard from people that, like, they're broken by the time they get there. Obviously, Big Bad will like be fine, but oh, hold on, is this coming through? No, that's not coming through. All right. Sorry, my Instagram phone call was coming in and it was ringing through my headphones, and I'm like, where the hell is this coming from? I didn't know if anyone. I just looked like I zoned out for a second. That's why. All right, M. McKenney, you guys gonna pick up the DC McFarlane Multiverse Battle Damage Superman versus Doomsday figure 2-pack?
I pre-ordered it.
I did. We both did. And I pointed back because he was like, "This isn't gonna go on clearance," and he's right.
But I thought about it. They will probably separate that Doomsday and sell them single carded. But hey, you got a Battle Damage Superman out of
Battle
it too.
Damage Superman. I don't actually, and I don't have a Battle Damage Superman. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'll be good to have for backgrounds of shot. That's like, yeah, like I'm not upset about it. I thought the price point was fine.
I'll use my target points.
Yeah,
turtle balls.
By the way, what is it? You keep talking about target points. I have a red card.
Mm-hmm.
What are these target points?
So every time you spend money at Target, you get points back. You get money back that you could.
Well, I know the money back, but like, I thought they just like tell you how much you save in the moment.
Yeah, and then like if you look in the wallet, I think I got some from my previous order just now too. If you go into the wallet, it shows Target Circle earnings, and you can use that on purchases. It should
in my wallet. It's not there.
Yeah, it should be underneath saved offers, Target Circle earnings, gift cards, and red card.
I'm on. I get. You know what I have? I've saved offers, gift cards, and then my red card. That's all I have. What weird voodoo have you pulled off with this, man? Where am I?
You don't do Target Circle earnings? Like, do you scan your barcode every time you go to Target? I
mean, yeah, I have this stuff. It's maybe something. Maybe I screwed this up.
Here, I took a screenshot. I'll send it to you.
All right. Is there a beta program? What is this thing? I don't know. Manage red card. I just was getting the 5% off. I have the savings. So that's nice.
So Cody's saying you build up an amount in your wallet. Their checkout is can't even read
bad at showing you what the mobile app does. Yeah, I need to figure that out. All right, let's see. How does this look? Target Circle earnings, son of a gun. What am I doing wrong?
You're not turtling hard enough.
I guess not. Son of a. All right, I got to figure that out then. Target Circle rewards. Okay. Yeah, I certainly spent enough, Jurassic Jesse. I got to get that money. I did save. I just noticed $300 from using, because I was able to go into savings. So far in 2023, I've saved $299.62.
Unless your wife is using your Target Circle earnings for other things that you don't know about.
Which would be fine, but for the amount for me in buying my toys, she can do whatever she wants. I tell her that all the time. I just used it today and saved like $2. No, you build up the amount in your wallet. Their checkout is bad as shit. All right, I got to figure that out. Travis, thanks for joining us tonight. McFarlane needs to make a proper Superman. None are good enough. Yeah. I mean, that one smiling Superman head. What? That's not from the set we're buying, is it? That's
no. That's from Ultraman.
Oh, that 2-pack. Yeah. That wasn't great.
No.
No chewing. When this happens, it's normally the actor that decides yay or nay on the likeness approval. The other example in mind is Jennifer Lawrence, Mystique Diamond Select. Oh, so this is going. So it was Andrew Garfield's fault for the SHF, potentially.
So this is from Fett Clone I got on Instagram, and that's more of the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
That's how it looked in me. Yeah,
sure.
Look at his hair. You know.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The hair. Toying Around's in the house. What's going on, Toying Around? Thanks for joining us on our little multicast tonight. Appreciate that. Target recently did a promo for $30 if you did 4 individual trips. Yeah, I'm not gonna get there either. I'm so annoyed because
man, I probably could have gotten that with all these turtle trips.
I hit 1, and then 1 I think maybe just came up short. I don't know. I'm not gonna get there. It's so frustrating, but it's okay. You know, it is what it is. I'll get there eventually.
We also, Jay Shot and I just realized something that we can, when you order something to pick up, we put each other's names down so that way if we're closer to that target, we can just pick each other's stuff up for the other person.
That's brilliant, actually. That's just in the name of friendship and saving gas and helping each
and if like
bro out.
if I already made the target trip, he can go out for the second one.
Yep. By the way, I still thank you again, Diggs Figs, for hooking me up with this Spider Punk because I love him. He really is a fun one to pose. And now I want to get into some Splinter. I know you had him open.
Yes, I actually didn't take him out of the package yet, and this Captain America fell apart again.
Oh,
I like the Ultimate Cap. I wish he had that torso crunched.
Now he just has no torso.
So, well, here we go. For those of you that we have been in super turtle mode. I absolutely love my Mirage turtles, which you can see over my shoulder back there. I can't wait to bust out these portraits I did of them the other day. I'm super hyped about. Matt got to see them. How do they look? You like that? I put you on the spot. Did you like my art?
I did.
Super pumped about them. And yeah, I do have to mess with the Colossus Frog.
I haven't gotten that.
I'm still debating on cracking them open. You know what really annoyed me too about myself is that at Target they had 2 of them, and the one had, where they put them in the bottom shelf of the NECA collectible aisle. So one of them, the whole back thing was ripped down, and I was like, well, I'm not going to take this box. Then I took the other box, and it was just a little bit ripped down. And I'm like, I'll just ask the guy to hey, look at this box. I'm an inbox collector. And then I didn't do it. You know how sometimes they'll throw you 10% off for a thing?
Really? If the package is damaged?
Yeah, because
we're learning new things on this stream.
See, there you go, everybody. So if you money saving, I should say, at Target, damaged boxes will get you a certain percentage off, depending on how nice you are to the person. But if you're like, I'm an inbox collector, look at what you did to my boy. They will throw you 10% or off. So I'm just letting you know.
Just do what they did in Big Daddy, where he just throws the box on the ground, right? But instead of a can, but it's a box.
Yes. Now this is bad news for me, Matt. If I have to go off the stream because my hands are bleeding.
Oh my god.
I'm using this because I don't have my little clippers anywhere.
You don't have your nipper?
Yeah, my scissors, and so I'm gonna try not.
So that is one thing I wish they would change is get rid of these stupid little plastic things that are just so annoying to take out.
I got myself.
Oh. It's a bloody stream.
It's a bloody stream. Oh boy. Oh man. All right. By the way, that teapot. Not that I need it anymore, but I don't actually have a teapot. I don't think.
Yeah, I know. That's what's good about the Splinter set. I call it a set, even though it's just the figure itself. But you get the baby turtles, you get Splinter, and you get a teapot, and you get a Mauser too, right? I forget.
Yeah. Yes, it does come with the Mouser. So he's moving well. It seems like all right. No
Cody
heat.
says
Hashtag no heat on this guy. He's oh my god, he's so tiny.
Cody says nail clippers will never hurt you.
That's not true. That's not true. Ask my child as I try to clip their nails. So he's a tiny boy, but that's what I want to get into right now is the baby turtles. Let's do this thing. All right. So who else is coming out from the Mirage line? Are you getting the Wanderer Michelangelo? I'm torn because of how much I love this set, but I don't think I need him personally.
I'll say that too. Then I'll end up just getting him because I'll see people are getting him at Target, and then I'll run out there or I'll hit up Penrock. Be like, you hunting right now?
Yeah, you know what? It's the lack. If he had the bandana, and again, I'm not familiar with as much as I love Ninja Turtles. I haven't read all of these Mirage comics, so like, when Cody told me Splinter gets blown up in the first one, that was news to me, legitimately. And like the Wanderer, it's cool to find out, but like, I wish he had a bandana on. I think he looks a little weird with it, but that's like turtles look weird without their bandanas, so I get that too. But then he looks awesome. I don't know. I'm very torn. In the chat, is anybody getting that? Do you know what I'm talking about? From Best Buy. Best Buy has those pre-orders up.
Oh, Cody is listing off a bunch of drops.
Oh boy! All right.
Red Shirt Casey, Foot Enforcer, and Saventi Romero.
Oh, I got the Foot Enforcer. I think that's There you go. There's the little baby turtles. Not much to them. Just little guys. Oh, they do have little faces. This is like the best. Oh wait, I gotta back that up. Oop. That's the best broken ooze canister that they've made in any of the universes so far. I love that. That's actually really, really awesome. Eat it up, boys.
I actually have my baby turtles with DJ Spot over here.
Oh, beautiful. So Splinter, yeah, this is a good Splinter. This is a good Splinter. I might be able to do more, like he's more of a young man's turtle to some extent. Like I think I could do some acrobat. Have you messed with posing with it? Oh, you haven't opened them yet.
I still have them in the plastic because I just took out the turtles basically. So he's still.
Well, if you crack him open, I would love to see a little macho pose out of him because I think that you could actually do some killer stuff, like fight-wise with him.
Yeah, Team Heat, baby. Team Heat.
All right, let's see. Get him back in.
Oh, and he comes with a little crane guy too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, which is great because I have the one from Utram.
Yep.
So now I have this is actually great because of the paranoid head.
Like he's freaked out. Like that's what I love. That it's a freaked out turtle or Krang.
It's a freaked out one. Like because that in the pictures I did. Sorry, what were you saying?
They put the plastic thing right through his gi.
Did they really?
So there's a hole in the back. Yeah, there's a hole in the back.
Oh, that's a bummer. Mine did not. That didn't happen on mine. I don't think. That's frustrating.
It's okay. It's in the back.
So let's see. Travis says, NECA Mirage DMT stuff is what got me buying their turtle figures. Never wanted the movie or cartoon stuff. Dude, I have the movie and cartoon stuff. The cartoon stuff, I love. I will say I love owning all of them. The NECA movie stuff, I love for the nostalgia of being a little kid watching the movies and how good they look. But I can't do a lot with them. The cartoon ones, the Turtles in Disguise set that I have, I really enjoy. And then Machu got me into like warming them up even more. And I can definitely get a lot more like stuff out of them posing wise. Mm-hmm. But they're just amazing to own. Oh, but I still am always like they're not always at the top of my like. I just like looking at them on the shelf. That's what I'm saying. I enjoy owning all this stuff.
I love
the NECA.
I love the face plates. the interchangeable faceplates of the Toon
Oh,
Turtles.
for the disguise, exactly, because you could get literally,
So much more expression out of them. But when it comes to the Mirage set, they have been my most fun to manhandle. Like, they're just fun. I will actually sit on the couch and pose them up, which I've never been compelled to just pose any of the movie or tune lines. So that's awesome to hear, Travis, that they got you back in. And yes, I know nail clippers. I know fans of photography here in Australia. They just say, "Suck it up" if the box is damaged. Fair, right? I'm just saying. I've had nice people. Give me the 10%. But I forgot to ask. About that frog. He's still in my trunk.
The frog?
Yeah, the frog. Let's see. If you cut yourself in the nail that's a skill issue. Oh, all right. So this is what's coming out. Thank you, Cody. So Red Shirt Casey, Savanti Romero, the Foot Enforcer, and Wanderer doesn't have a shell either. Interesting. I wonder how much more posable than obviously he might get, because he's just wearing that poncho. All right.
Yeah.
I might have to check him out. Fox Toy Box, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. He's got to go to work at 6 a.m. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with us and just enjoying and participating in the chat and just everything. So great, awesome, and maybe definitely hit up Unparalleled Universe to discuss the saga head sculpts. Hit them up, all right. And hey, speak of the turtles, here's our fellow boomer, 78 points of articulation in the house.
Fellow boomer? Did you say fellow boomer?
Yes, that's been our running joke now.
Because we love Kathy Ireland and
Oh,
how you doing? 78 points. We were literally just talking about your Mirage Turtles and the Dios and all those fun things. So yeah, I had to get another one because I need the shredder. I should get the shredder. Why haven't I ordered the shredder yet? I should probably order the shredder. I should order the shredder. Should I do a live stream ordering?
yeah.
You know what I ended up buying too? I did get the Casey. Even though I really like the Mirage one, I broke and got the Toon Casey and Foot Soldier. I did it.
I have that too. I didn't open it.
You have both of them, right? I figured I might as well just stick to, if I get the main people, but that damaged Foot Soldier got me. Target drop was pricey. Oh, did you end up getting everything today? No, you had some stuff before. So what else did you get today? 78 points. All right. I'm looking this up. NECA Mirage. Let's see it. So I can't believe I'll tell everybody if they're still up. No, the 4-pack is officially OSS. I wonder how long that was up though. That felt like must have been up for a while. Shredder is still available. April is now out of stock.
Oh, damn.
Foot Soldiers are still available. So I have 3 of them now for the rule of odds.
Got 5.
And wait, where's Shredder? It didn't come up as that Shredder. Let's see. And Shredder, yes, available, adding to cart. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
Live buying toys. Might as well. Yeah, 5%. See, applied offer to red card, 5% discount. There's nothing about Target rewards. Is it a program that I'm not enrolled in or something?
Target Circle?
But I am Circle. You're about to earn 1 vote. I get votes. What are votes?
You get votes?
Yeah. Do I have to update my Target Circle offers, man? What awful hellhole of Target rewards am I in?
I have no idea.
How do you get money back? This is how.
I really don't know how mine was set up like that. I'm getting money back every time I spend money.
Dude, I get the bonuses, top offers, Target Circle. I get them. I just save money. Do you have a debit card or the?
I just use my regular credit card whenever I buy stuff. I don't use.
You don't have a red card?
No, I don't have a red card.
Maybe that's why. Maybe because I'm getting the 5% discount.
Oh yeah, that's definitely why. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, that makes more sense than I have to like freak out the rest of the night trying to figure that out. All right, I'm gonna get Shredder. Shout out to Enabler Points to Cody, Too Much New Toys, for doing an unboxing video a couple of weeks ago for Shredder. You did it. You finally got me, Cody. But
Oh, you got me on that too. Yeah.
yeah, with that 78 points of articulation dio coming, I should probably have all of the main characters that I want.
Yeah.
All right, 78 points did the 3 times foot soldiers. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. I had you're right. That's a pricey drop. That was a pricey drop. That alone. That was my you just described my trip to Target the other day. Although Shredder I just got, but
I thought I was gonna take 3. I got 2 more today.
What the F is a Target vote? So this is a thing that I forget to do all the time. But apparently there's some kind of thing where it goes towards offers. I can vote towards how they're going to be donating money. It's something along those lines. Oh, vote for nonprofits. That's it. Okay, so I'm bad. I should probably be voting. I have 219 votes. I'm a jerk. All right, so support local nonprofits. They get new ones every 3 months. Learn about, participate, watch it spread love, and Target gives each nonprofit based on the votes. All right, so I should probably be doing this. Vote for nonprofits. Oh God, there's like. So let's see. Like right away, Center for Food Action, cast a vote. Anchor House, located in Trenton, New Jersey. Gordon's Corner Fire Company. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to APIA Scholars, Casa of Unity. So it's local nonprofits. And then I guess they will give money. Make-A-Wish was on here last time. What's up?
I'll be right back. I just got to grab something that fell on the floor.
Okay. Travis saying this morning, I bought the 4-pack Splinter and 2 foot soldiers. Already had the battle damage shredder. That's a good haul too. Good haul. This guy wants a brand new toy for a discount. You know how it is. Tuesday crew, what's going on? Bat Force Grumps, thank you so much for joining. Wade was on for almost the first 2 hours of tonight's stream. So if you want to stick around and get to know me and Machu Toy, I stream every Sunday night over here on my channel, Yimbo Reviews Everything, and Machu is with Machu Toy, his YouTube channel with J-Shot. They do Between Two Sentinels. So just a little midstream plug. But thanks, Bat Force Grump, for coming out, man. Definitely hear your name on the Tuesday crew. And 70 points, Yimbo, forget about them kids. All toys for me. They had their birthday yesterday. They had so many toys. That was actually, here's my Toy Daddy story of the week. So on Thursday, I brought my son to Target. And again, it's his birthday. He thinks of Target as a toy store. And like, I try not to spoil my kids, but I also, what's up?
So do I. I think of Target as a toy store.
It is. Well, that is our toy store. I know. It's the first place I go. And I just like, I'll find me in the toy aisle. I'll be. So I brought my son. And this is my fault because like, I know I'm taking a 4-year-old to the toy aisle, and where he has, let's say, Hall of Fame numbers for getting toys, like in a batting average sense. He does well because if he's doing being a good kid, like, you know, I want to, as the next generation, I would like to give my kid a little bit more than I had, and if it's an extra small toy on a Target trip, you know, I was told no my whole childhood except for special trips with my grandparents, but birthday and Christmas. Those are my toy getting days.
You're doing exactly what my dad did when I was your kid's age.
Yeah. So like, if I could hook them up with something. So the hard part was Thursday, like again, their birthday was today. Yeah. So I'm taking them to look for the NECA stuff. And here I am. So 78 points. You're right, bro. It was that situation. I had 2 foot soldiers, the Colossus Frog. And I actually got the 4-pack for Turtles for Dan because I figured Dan was going to end up caving and want them. So I was like, all right, if he doesn't want them, I could always return them. But there was just 1 pack there. And I'm like, let me just throw them in. So I had a whole NECA shelf of toys in my cart. And my son's like, well, Daddy, can I get Diddy Kong? Like he wanted the little Mario Kart with Diddy Kong, but they didn't have it there. And I was like, well, they don't have it there. Well, can I get this? I'm like, all right, man, but I mean, can I get this Pokemon? He wanted the big $20, like the diamond size Pokemon, the big large one.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
no. I'm sorry. and he starts welling up, and I'm like, I had to get, I got on his level, and I'm like, man, your birthday's Saturday. Do you know how big a dick your dad is if I buy you a toy before you unopen all these presents up? like you know what I mean? If I bought something that he could get from a grandparent or like an uncle, I'm like, I can't risk it.
That's too big of a risk.
Yeah, I was like, I know this isn't fair. but he actually, I'm proud of him. He composed himself. And I did end up getting him a Kirby t-shirt. He's been like into like,
nice.
He had a Super Mario themed birthday, and we were looking at the shirts, and he's like, Kirby. I started playing him on the NES, on the Switch, the emulator. I'm trying to go back and teach him the old ways,
ways of gaming.
Yeah, no. I want him to have an appreciation.
That. Yeah, exactly.
So there's my Target Toy Daddy story. It was hard though when he started welling up. I'm like, I just want to get you all the toys. Cody said, "Sorry, son, toys are for adults, not kids." I know, that's basically what it felt like. And Travis said, "My dad always brought me cool toys and comic books. Now he gets annoyed if I still buy them as a grown ass man." No, you tell him that you helped him. He helped you find your joy in life. That's what this is all about, man. I can't believe I spent so much time, not stopping myself from buying toys in the toy aisle. I would take my wife, when we started dating, I would take her to Target toy aisle, and I would pick up, I remember specifically holding the Bucky Winter Soldier from Civil War, being like, I want this. I'm not gonna get it, but I just want you to know that I want this. So she knew from jump that I was was eventually gonna happen.
Yeah.
I never shied away from that. By the way, I don't know if I'm going to do it now or not, but did you get your Monkey? Did you get Monkey King? I know.
Yes, I did.
Did you open them up yet? That was my big question.
I did open them up, but I didn't really play around with them that much. We've gotten so much stuff this week.
I know. Right?
Okay.
See, he's still in my plastic. I think I might save him for a review video. So I think what's going to happen is next week, we're in the summer season, and I'm going to be doing my damnedest to continue streaming from my basement on Sunday nights. But I do know that we're going to have some family trips and, overnights. So I think next week I'm going to be doing the Toy Pick community on Wednesday with Sir Trevor. Mm-hmm. And then next Sunday, I think I'm going to be away. So I might not be home. So I'm going to try to have on those nights, a review video go up as hey, I love you guys. Here's something to help you decide on spending your money. Right. I think that'll be my plan. But look at the toe articulation does make a difference on Andrew for sure.
Oh yeah. I didn't even do the torso modification that some people are doing. They're shaving it off like you do with McFarlane figures.
Sure. Yeah. I have him posed up in my dial. Oh, he's up here. There he is. Hey, Andrew. There's my Andrew. I was trying to get him into a pose for.
This is probably one of my favorite Legends Spider-Man.
It's awesome. It really is well done. And for a suit that I remember not being super crazy about when the movie came out, and then
this is the best suit. This one is.
I've come around on it and come around big time. It's a badass spider on both sides. Yeah, I was silly, but I was a Toby mark. Toby was my guy.
That's true. That makes sense.
That was. Let's see. No chewing. And as a future streamer, Yimbo Jr. will recount the time when his dad would do these expensive Target toy runs. That's true. Oh my God. Not even in general. I always I forget about the whole multiverse of timelines, right? That will be a thing. I'm creating my son's future stories.
Yeah.
Even just, whether or not he streams, it's true though. Monkey King is incredible. This is Liquid Momentum. Got it Friday and still messing with it. That was so hard for that to come in and not be able to play with it because Friday was like, dude,
It was just staring at me all day long.
Yeah, I got mine on Friday too, I think. And like, yeah, for some reason I was just like, okay, I need to enjoy opening this thing.
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't want to rush it. I know.
But you know what? I could. Did you end up getting this yet? The 500.
Yeah, I have it upstairs though. Did you?
I'm gonna crack it open.
Did you get more than that? Than just that? Because like I know there's other sets.
I also got the fridge.
Okay.
But so the fridge is a little wide, but the height is good. So actually, friend of the show, I'll show because I just saw. Let's see if this is up. So Opt975, my friend Rob. Let's see if he posted. I think he did, or he shared it in a group chat that he was gonna be posting it. Used it. Yeah, he did. Okay. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, so let me just share this out. So that's the 5 and below fridge. Yeah.
Okay.
So height wise, it's a little bit tall, but that's like that's Catwoman McFarlane. And like I said, a little wide, but it works. Like I convinced myself I can make it play using like stuff like this, angles like that, etc.
Yeah.
So I think that'll work out fine. But let's see. I'll crack open this grill. You can see I'm stalling because I'm getting tired, and I want to open Monkey King.
Yimbo, we have next couple of days. You're on summer Yimbo mode.
Oh, that's right. That's a good reminder. Thank you, Machu.
Yeah.
For both of our channels, please make sure that obviously you're here, so you've probably subscribed. But if you're ever, somebody that's catching this, for whatever your reason for, the world bringing us together right now, please make sure you hit that subscribe button for both our channels, Machu Toy, and for Yimbo Reviews Everything. Hit tonight's like button on the stream, whether you're watching again on either channel for our multicast, and turn on the notifications because this is true. Summer Yimbo mode is Yimbo goes live whenever he physically can, and usually I'm able to coerce one of my boys to join me. So a lot of times it's been Matt. Sometimes I get no chewing to hop on. So they always get the links, and then we go from there. So I'm probably get some J-Shot time, So you're right. You're right. You right, boy. You right. I'm gonna be home all week. I'm gonna be home all week.
You don't have to shoot the whole load now, right?
That is true. That is true. Well, let's take a look at this then, because in case people didn't know, 5 and Below, I mentioned it last week, but they have a website.
Yes.
So if you don't have one local to you, you can order one. You just have to kind of figure out their shipping because you don't want to end up.
The problem is paying for the shipping is paying more for than the item.
Right. And is there, I didn't look close enough because I literally have one that's 3 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
So I haven't looked at how much their shipping is, or if you can get it to a freebie point or anything like that.
When I was looking at it, I think it was like, I remember it was actually more than the actual thing. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll just drive down there, and then I'll go check it out. But luckily that day, J-Shot was like, "Hey, you want this?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah.
Save me on shipping.
So this is let's set this little guy up. Oh boy, let's try not to drop everything. Should we cook up some baby turtles today? Close out the stream. God. Should we start a cannon event?
Dude,
Yimbo ends.
We got to do that shot. We got to do that as a collab.
Starting a Ninja Turtle cannon event where Yimbo grills up some baby turtles. Oh my goodness, what a jerk I would be. All right, so here we go.
You know who would not be happy?
J-Shot. And Cody would not be happy
and
with
Cody,
it either.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm joking, boys, but this is what I love about that. Look at that. A freaking propane tank. Because I actually have a propane tank with my grill. So it's
That's
just,
awesome.
Here is there's hot dog with the bun. Hot dog with the bun. No, only one bun. I only got one bun. All right, that's okay. Ketchup.
Give yourself full screen on that thing. Well, also I got my DoorDash waiting outside. Should I go run outside and get it?
Oh yeah, go get it. I'll set this up. Yeah, do it.
Play around with that. I'll be right back.
Oh my, you're getting that late night DoorDash. I love it.
I didn't eat dinner. That's why.
That's okay. Yeah.
I also took a nap and I was like, oh, I should probably eat something. Oh, I don't have any food. Okay, let me just go on the stream.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Well, go eat. Go get your food. Let's see. How does this work? Oh, there we go. All right. So there's the grill top right there. So there's the little, I guess, stove, right? The little electric grill stove, right? Is that how you? What is this? I don't know. But here we go. Throwing this on. That's awesome. Burger with. Why would they put tomato and cheese on it on the grill? That doesn't seem sound. But we have hamburger bun. There we go. Kebabs. Put those bad boys on there. And then knife. Nice size knife. The tongs. Or no, I guess it's more of a big knife fork, right? That's how you describe that. And then there we go. I love this thing. Oh, that's so
I love how
great.
you have the Mauser right next to that thing, waiting for the food.
No, wait, what's the?
I love how you have the Mauser waiting for the food to be ready.
Oh my god,
The
that is
Mauser
actually
in the back.
yes. Oh man, I'm gonna risk cutting my hand open because that actually would also be.
Don't do it.
This
You're
would
gonna
be a
get some
very.
use it as ketchup.
Oh, here we go. Oh, all right, we're good. Because this.
Oh my god.
That just looks too good if I put this right over here.
Yeah. Yep.
There we go. Very good.
It looks like hamburger meat ready to be cooked.
Oh my god. Too ridiculous. So anyway, $5 for that set. That makes me really, really happy. And I guess there was only one bun. No, am I missing a bun? What did I do? Did I drop a bun? That's always entirely possible that I dropped the bun.
Dropping buns.
Let me look at the back. Whoa. No, I'm not. That makes me happy. Okay. So it is one grill, one plate, two grates, one steak, one propane tank, one ketchup bottle, one mustard bottle, one plain hot dog, one hot dog bun, two burger buns, one pair of tongs, one burger, one knife, two kebabs, one grill fork, one hot dog with mustard. Awesome. This is such a great set for $5. So definitely go and pick this up if you are a toy photographer or you just want, toy collector that wants the shelf display, because that's really cool.
We need to do like a summer block party themed collab.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm into that. There you go. This is the best I could do. I'm not as smooth with the camera moving as Machu, but I can move some stuff around now. I've made some little additional changes.
We also all got that gimbal now too to use our phone on as a second camera if we wanted to.
I need to figure out how to pull that bad boy off. That will be a thing. Let's see. Catch it up on the chat now, everybody. So
looks like Meatwad. Matt Logic 44 said it. That's exactly what I was thinking. I couldn't remember his name. It looked like Meatwad.
Well done. Good job, Matt Logic. Can't be growing up good, guys. That's true. I know. I would never, ever threaten the baby turtles for real. Don't worry. No, the Utrums are good. They are good. Let's see. That mod's a real trooper. They don't ship to Hawaii. Oh, that's a bummer. That's annoying. And then Rick Jones said, Monkey King has two heads. They have to pop one on a Mythic Legions. Oh, the Monkey King is incredible. Oh, that's a great call.
Yeah.
It is too. Oh man. So you could have your own little monkey army and team them up with Spiro toys, which I still haven't gotten you into Spiro.
Nobody has.
I
Nobody
know.
Who's been really close to getting it is Pablo and Trevor.
Trevor.
They've been,
yeah.
Pablo's been tagging me in a lot of photos with them, and I'm like, damn it.
They're fun, man. And I know Wave 2 just came out. They are back on my list of like, again, for this summer, trying to, just getting this influx of toys lately, trying to enjoy and not buy too much. Although, like I said, today I still dropped more money. I bought that Foot Soldier. I bought that Superman Doomsday 2-pack and that Casey Jones of Foot Soldier. So that's still money.
Gotta that Doomsday. That counts as like more stuff that I bought today.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know.
Stop. I gotta put my phone in like a lock. In a lock box.
I could go so well. That's the whole thing. Like I went 2 whole days and then today. But I know. But it was good stuff. Again, we've been very good though, Matt, about making sure we're not just like buying stuff like that we're not going to use. Like the stuff that we're talking about getting and coming in are things that we have uses for it. They're characters that we love and adore. So that is always the big thing to us is like, again, as long as it's making you happy. I had no idea Utrums are peace loving. I thought they were bad guys. So Utrums, like the little guy is an Utrum? I just assumed he's a Krang. Krang's evil? Or the Krang's the evil version? Tell me more, Cody. I'm intrigued. Let's see. Just seen that there are 2 shredders at my Target. Do you think it's worth picking up before I buy it? I mean, like the shredder is based on the Foot Soldier body.
And that's and the articulation on that is pretty good. I realized I had Spider-Man on here the whole time when I was posing this.
Well,
but look at this shredder. Right
now, you don't get what going back to Ab Crunch. Sometimes this is one of those figures. No Ab Crunch, but that you get so much leg articulation. Mm-hmm. You can have him and the Foot Soldiers hit really great posing and like superhero landings and all stuff because of everything else. Their legs get such great articulation. And that looks so great. And again, you're looking at more martial arts poses anyway, more kicks and things like that. So
this is based off of the foot body?
I think so. That's what it looked like to me based on playing with the Foot Soldier. The short little skirt, but like the skirt itself has a nice wide opening on both hips and it's soft.
This definitely has more shading though than the Foot Soldier.
Oh yeah. Cody says there's some bad Utrums later, but as a whole, and from the start, Utrums are peace loving.
Okay.
Oh, and Krangs weren't a thing in comics, just the cartoon. You learn something new every day. Because again, I don't pretend to be an expert on all this stuff.
Yeah.
LOL, barbecue Krang.
Right.
I guess technically you're right. I have him looking at the steak, but he's scared. Grill. This is a grill though. That's a hot plate.
So he's getting a little warm butt there. If they did Shredder from original NECA series, is it the same body? Or they did a Shredder from original NECA series? Are you asking, is it the same body? That first NECA one, the cartoon one that I got from the loot box, I haven't opened yet. He doesn't look like he's going to move at all.
I never got a cartoon Shredder. So I'm still looking for one at a good price.
Oh, dude, I bought mine at one of the toy shows when NECA's there. They have it there. You get the box. I think it was $20 or $30. Like, there was actually incredibly reasonable and like, oh my God, and now I have a Krang hat. So
you know what it is? It's always something that I'm like, oh, I'll get it on my way out, and I completely forgot, or they leave, like the NECA people leave earlier sometimes.
You gotta get it.
Always
gotta jump on them early.
Mm-hmm.
Lago Fix has been watching along. Hello, Lago Lands, from Toy Migos. So he said, "Hey, dude, listen the whole time while packing things from the claim sale. See you Sunday, boys." Also, is Sunday? Oh, that's gonna be
Sunday is Dwayne's show. Can you make it?
Oh no, that's where I'm gonna be, probably down the shore or my
Oh.
in-laws.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. But maybe not. I don't know. We have to just figure out our like, we're gonna like calendar it out and like, where are we gonna be? We want to be up at home most of the time. You know, like I don't want to be down all summer. I mean, I do want to be down all summer, but you know, I like doing my stream and I like seeing my friends up here and all that stuff. So yeah, Wifey and I just have to like actually legitimately look at a calendar and figure out when the hell. But this is a holiday weekend. 4th of July is on Tuesday. Yeah, so it's basically 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
Or is this one of those when 4th of July falls in the middle of the week, then we Americans like to make both weekends 4th of July weekend? Is that what we
I guess we could do that. Okay.
But yeah, our boy Lago had a claim sale on Instagram. He sent me some pictures that I have to go through of his leftovers. I missed out on it because of my kid's party, but that looked nuts. It looked like he had a lot of stuff that he was going through, getting out of the house.
I bought a lot of stuff from him too.
Did you really?
I got a Mezco Batman. I forget which one it is, but it's a blue and it's a gray and blue suit one.
Okay. Is it the Aspire? I bought one from him once, the Aspiring Knight. But what was the other one? The Supreme Knight? Is this Supreme?
The Supreme Knight.
I know they went through that. They went through that run.
I don't know. I know it's not the Keaton one because I have that one. I wouldn't get it again.
I gotta still take out that Keaton more often. That's another guy on my list. When I shot the
waiting for a certain company to get back to you.
Yeah, I am. I still need to hit them up. That's gonna be my day tomorrow. I'm gonna I have to email Mezco and just say hi. Hello, have you heard from me? Oh, that was the unsuspecting one. Cousin Eddie. I can't believe I was just talking about that the other day. And like, I guess I'm just not gonna get it. That's fine. And then I converted from waitlist to pre-order. So
I should have sold you that one. I should have sold you that one.
Do you have the pink skulls?
I do have the pink skulls. I have both Cousin Eddies.
Oh, so you could. Yeah, I guess you could have. I wonder if I could still change the status. Probably not. I'm probably screwed now with like some kind of non-refundable. Then they won't get back to me. Email exchange.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even know where the hand. Oh, you know what? I used those hands for Nightwing.
Oh, that was the Nightwing hands. All right. I mean,
hands.
You know what? Out of the different skull characters, I'm happy I'm getting a Cousin Eddie. So like, I did waitlist myself for a reason. Like, he looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'm still happy, even though I look at those pink skulls and they look incredible. Based on how much I've used other Mezco figures lately, I'm like, they've just been another amazing set that I wouldn't have been shooting. But those the instruments are great.
I do feel like the Mezco figures would really go well with Odious.
Yeah.
Circling back to Unparalleled.
Yeah.
It would really go nice with those.
You're right. It was really hard. That was a really 2 hard times I passed on sets for the first pink skulls, and then when they did the re-up with like the original suits but with the new accessories.
The first this was the second. You mean the Gig from Hell?
Yeah. Is that the first one?
Second. That's the second. The original one was in a tin can. And they had their
and they Gig from Hell, but then they had they Gig from Hell, but then they did like the right, or like I did another version,
from
a reissue,
a mix of the first two.
Fans of Toy Racing, the barbecue's so cool is on Big Bad Toy Store. It is not. It's a store, like Cody's saying. It's called Five Below.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they would be shipping. If they're not shipping to Hawaii, I don't know if they're going to ship internationally. Sorry to show you a thing that's super cool, but just it's a thing that I was able to get for $5. It is neat. I don't know. I'm sorry. Five Below. It literally is the number 5 below. It used to be, what was it called? They shortened that. 5 and below. And they were like, now it says 5 below. Deal with it. So what what a stream.
Yeah.
3 hours. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us this entire time. Dude, I'm not winding down. I'm winding. I'm just getting into the big gratitude portion of the show where I thank you for taking time out of your lives to hang out with us, talking about toys. And I just wanted to refresh your memory that at the start of the show, we had Unparalleled Universe on. So he had first been on Wednesday with Matcha Toy and Jay Shaw on Between Two Sentinels. I definitely suggest you watch that episode because I had watched it to try to hit on other stuff. So even if, because I knew these guys were going to be coming on tonight.
You definitely had a lot of topics that we didn't even touch on Wednesday. So
yeah, so to go check that show out if you want some more Unparalleled in your life. And then obviously, make sure you hit the like button whether you are watching live or on the replay. Subscribe to both channels because we like consistently putting out quality and fun toy content. At least that's what I like to think that we do. That's what I tell ourselves we do all the time. And now for this portion of the evening, this is where. Let me get to it. There we go. Share this tab. So you guys know, if you've been watching for months now, my man Cody, my toy correspondent, aka Too Much New Toys. Go follow him on TikTok and Instagram, and then also sub his own channel. Definitely check him out using again Too Much New Toys. He puts all his. He's just been doing great stuff. So go check him out over on YouTube. You can catch all his different shorts. He put last week. Veteran Williams. I'm going to put that segment up. I just was delayed this week. So the shorter version is going to be on my channel. But last week, Cody did put up a 27-minute unboxing that was really well done. So go check out his channel for the Veteran Williams, among other wonderful things. But yeah, we have in store for us some Mutant Mayhem. So Machi, you ready to react along with me to some Cody toy nonsense, turtle nonsense? Here we go.
Thank you, Yimbo. To say that the past few days have been a turtle figure firestorm would be an understatement, both personally and for collectors all around. I finally managed to track down Mutant Mayhem Michelangelo and this awesome Making of a Ninja Leonardo 3-pack, which I'll be going over today. Exclusive to Target, this glow-in-the-dark movie 3-pack goes through Leonardo's whole life up until now and basically replaces the Turtle Tots figures and, to some degree, Leonardo's single-release figure, though you won't get the awesome weapon sprue and accessories. Packaging is really nice. Good display window, lots of movie artwork. I think the back is really cool. This is kind of more concept artwork of baby Leo, Tot Leo, and then teenage Leo. Train day and night with Leo's glowing mutation. It's fun to have his whole life in figure form. These figures, of course, come from our friends at Playmates. If there's a turtle movie, Playmates is doing it. Get him out of the packaging, which unfortunately I did rip in a few places, but we can ignore that.
The packaging is really nice,
pretty
by
cool
the way.
little backdrop you can do for dioramas. Pretty good detail. I have trouble getting the glare out of it, but I'm sure you photographers can figure it out. Maybe give me some tips. Before we go on further, let me highlight what a pain it was to track down these figures. Today, June 25th, was the day Target had deemed to release these figures and set them on the shelves, what I've been calling T-Day. I first went to this Target, usually the best one, at 10 a.m., found nothing. Then I went to this Target, also found nothing. Went to a third Target and found a whole lot more nothing. Then, since you could get it on the app and order to pick up, I ordered pickup at this Target while heading to a fourth Target while that order was prepared. Again, then I went home to wait for the order to be ready. They announced the order was ready, and then I went to the store. Once I got my figure, I decided to go check the aisles, see if they had stocked them in the meantime. They hadn't. But I did see someone talking on the phone. Apparently, someone was on the phone directing this person to get figures. Very super nice employee to go back and forth to the back to get doubles of every figure they wanted. So I asked him, what's the deal? And he said, oh, we're 3 days behind, so we're not going to actually be properly stocked until like Wednesday. And I was like, you know what? That's cool. I have some pre-order from Amazon, so I didn't really mind too much. And I was going to walk away, but he said, is there one you want? And I was like, well, actually, I do want this Making of a Ninja Leonardo. He went back there to get it. Took like 20 minutes, waited around. I got mine. I left. He was left to go through, do the back and forth dance, getting doubles. Folks, you don't need doubles. These figures are going to be widely available. You can chill. Get one. If you have to hound employees, get one. Don't make them get doubles. Don't clean out the whole fucking aisle. Come on. Okay, back to the figure. Teen Leo and Tot Leo, they're mostly tied in. Baby Leo has the tie you have to clip. Not too bad. I clipped them, untied them. It's kind of like, it was like a riddle almost. It's tied in such a weird way. It's like Boy Scout knots. I don't know how they did it. Kind of cool. I like that they used an easy thread. Baby Leo, super cute. He's got blue paint on the shell, so you're not going to mistake him for other one. The other one is just Raph, though. Tot Leo is super cute. Minimum articulation. The arms kind of go up and down. They have some twist to them. It's a really basic joint. You don't need a whole lot. I guess more would have been funner, but it's a cool little figure. He's got the little training swords, I guess. Nice detail on the shell. There is movement on the head, swivel side to side, and a little bit up and down. Not a ton, but it's all right. The weird part is the very dramatic waist cut. It's nice to have that movement, but boy, it does not look good. So you
That
really
is- yeah.
pictures or anything where he looks really wacky. And then no movement in the legs. On to Teen Leo, and Playmates is giving us painted weapons, the nice blade and the wooden handle. I like it. He does kind of have loosey-goosey hands. Not too bad, but they're just a little too big, so they're not super secure. The swords are going to fall out easy. The head, nice up and down, nice kind of rubbery-ish bandana, so he's looking side to side. I think the head sculpt, there goes the sword, is really great. Pretty good paint details on this, especially for a Playmates figure. He's got the L, he's got the throwing stars, the buckle, the shoulders, they're pretty good. Pretty standard. They go up and down all around. Single jointed elbows. There is kind of a swivel though in the elbow, so that helps. And then the hand just swerving side to side. You can see kind of just how it's a bit too loose of a grip. It's not too bad, but maybe some heat, and then we cool it down to hold the pose. The legs are pretty interesting. I feel like they have some Mezco going on, where you have to swivel the leg and then you can kick it to the side and kind of kick it up. Single jointed knees, they're all right. They can bend forward. And then the feet, they just swivel side to side. No rocker, nothing like that. So it is harder to stand. Before I forget, there is pretty good detail on the shell. Of course, he has the cross scabbard to hold the swords. He's got the straps. The shell has some nice cuts and dings in it. I like it. Could use a little paint, but hey. For $14.99, I'm pretty pleased with this set, and you can see the sword. It does stay in there pretty decently. Let's get some swivel. Let's get some spin to win, and let's check out the glow. I do have the proper black light, so it's glowing as good as it can glow. The baby Tot.
Oh, yeah, that is
looking a little alien. Okay. But hey, that's the glow magic, right? He's just so cute. He's adorable. Look at him going round and round. He's got his swords. The figure, it is hard to pose, Teen Leo. It's hard to get him to stand quite right, just because the limit articulation. Again, this is really a $10 figure, so I don't know what we expect, but I think it's pretty stellar, all things considered. It's great that kids and adults alike can have a really cheap budget entry figure, which is really cool and has some great details. Here's my attempt at some photography with this backdrop. I think I did not too bad. Obviously need a lot of work. Cool with the baby turtle. Then we got Tot Leo practicing, growing up. Now he's Teen Leo, sparring off. He's a fierce contender. At $14.99, there is a lot of value in this set, and the glow is really cool. If you had to choose with just one, I probably would get the normal Leo figure so you can get those accessories, but you can't go wrong with this bundle.
Awesome. Thanks, Cody. That is a very informative. Like, I actually feel like I now know what to expect when I inevitably go to Target tomorrow to make my, do I need this turtle in my life decision. But yeah, Cody, that was awesome, man. Thanks, dude. I don't know. Should I get it? If I have to see it, I guess, first. By the way, we have some more friends. So Trevor, I guess, had popped off and on. Yes, we are still toying around. That is what we are doing. And our boy Work More or Less, Jason Yang, is in the house. What's up, my dudes? Hello. Yeah, this was a fun show tonight, Jason. We started with Unparalleled Universe and going into the odious Kickstarter. And just like the stuff that you're doing with Figment 5, we want to support each other in the community as we continue to grow. And it's just wonderful seeing so many awesome things happening in and around toys. Cody says they have a Raft Pack. I assume they will do with Donnie and Mikey, but if so, they haven't released them yet. Okay.
I saw the Leo and the Raft Pack there today. What else did I see? I actually picked up the motorcycle Leo too, which I haven't opened. I'll save that for later on this week.
But did you see the turtle wagon? Was the turtle wagon there or no?
The actual wagon or no, I didn't see the actual wagon.
I was super, dude. You know what I was really torn about the other night? When I saw on Amazon when they released everything, the lair, because it was like, what is it, $100?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like it's up. I don't know if it's all this stuff isn't selling out so quickly. But it was $100. It was $99 for the Playmates turtle lair, and it legitimately looked really good. Like, because it has the downstairs. So if this were Yimbo from 2019, 2020, I would have at immediately and use it as toy photography, but considering going in on the 78 points of articulation artwork that I'm like, I think I can chill on another Turtles dial. But just so you know, like this, that is, that looked interesting, guys. It looked interesting. So let's see. The vehicles look really nice. Great details on that. Leo has a bike. Raph has a scooter with a sidecar, and the turtle van and lair is like 94. Yeah. Jason Yank says, always great seeing you guys. I spent all afternoon catching up on both of your shows while I've been shooting my new technique series for this month. So
can't wait.
Company, dude. That is awesome to hear. Love getting to spend time with you, like while you're getting to do your, work your toy magic. I can't wait. For those of you that don't know, so Work More or Less, go check out his account because each month he's been doing, again, a master class, just offering up his expertise in the camera photography world. And each one has been enlightening and mind-blowing. And just go check his stuff out for sure. And yes, Yimbo Reviews equals buys everything. I know. I'm trying not to. That's part of this whole thing, is talking this out with all of you guys. Do I need to buy everything?
The answer is always yes.
I mean, of course it's going to be always yes. I want it all. I got to sell some more stuff, though. I got to sell some more stuff. And this is great. Spider-Verse themed. And of course, it's, you're wonderful, Jason. And again, this is going to be my summer of getting you on my show. I need to actually send you a message and lock you in to a Sunday night or any other time that works best for you. Jay, TMNT 1987. The boys are still going deep into the night. I know, it's what we do. Because like this, I don't have school tomorrow. Summer Yimbo, it's the best. Oh, good, Jason. Yes. All right, good. We will pick a day. I'll give you a nice stretch of time. It'll just be give me a day, July to August. I'll make it work. But yeah,
Summer Yimbo, baby. So I still probably think I should because I still have to wake up with children. I still have to be a toy.
Yeah.
But man, this has been so much fun. Let's see. Jay said, Macho, can you throw NECA weapons in their hands?
Ooh, I'm pretty sure.
That is a great question.
I'm pretty sure you can, though. They look like they can fit.
Well, I'm sure just based on looking at Cody's video of Leo, you're just gonna need to heat them up a little bit, squeeze them real tight down to close them up. But NECA stuff is usually thick handles, especially the foot soldier stuff.
What if I show you Mythic Legion weapon in their hands? Because it works.
All right, hold on.
It works. Here, let me put it on the other.
Yeah.
So him holding that, it fits. I mean, it's a softer plastic, so it's not gonna break. These are meant for kids, so
right.
And you notice Donnie has a fanny pack with his phone sticking out.
I do. He's my bro. He's wearing a fanny. It's my dude.
So I did notice though that in this 6-pack, you don't get the weapons in the sprue.
Right.
And I don't think you get his headphones. So if you want Donnie with his headphones, you have to get the single release Donnie.
Of course. Well, that these.
I mean, it's $10
decisions, right? And that's the whole thing. At least these are budget friendly, and that's the best I can do. These are budget friendly toys, and but that's how they're gonna get us. We already know it. This is
I can't wait for an import company to make this, like SHF or Revoltech.
Yeah, dude.
Because
I just think this movie is gonna it's going to rip. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so hyped. I have such Spider-Verse vibes regarding it, and I just think that the story, I love that they went back to this teenage year. I don't know. I think it's really cool.
And then that the voice actors are all teenagers, so they sound like teenagers.
Yep.
Not like 30-year-old men.
Yeah. Cody said the fanny pack comes off right, but the phone is glued in.
Yes, the phone is glued in.
But the fanny pack you can. How does that work?
The
So
fanny
it's just like
pack is
wiggle
actually-
down.
No, it's actually glued in the back.
Oh, okay. Oh, so don't mess with it.
Yeah, it's glued in the back, but you could wiggle it down. I'm pretty sure it could come out.
Okay. Very neat. And M. McKinney has a last question. As a toy photographer, do you prefer professional dioramas or real nature and outside natural diorama photos? I'm gonna again. It's all been part of my like experimentation in my own photography. Where when I started, I had about 4 or 5 places in my house, like a chimney and a little screen grate, and like I had an outdoor little like a nook thing, and like I would do all sorts of stuff before I built up my little city back here. So all of this, my little diorama setups was taken the last like 2 years to build up, but I still like to shoot outside when I get a chance, when I get inspired. It's just all different now. It depends on what's motivating me, what toy is motivating me. So just I'm always gonna go
Right.
back to do what's making it fun for you. Sometimes outdoor photography just strikes and then it's so much easier because you don't have to worry about lighting as much. Or then maybe you
Right.
do, because you look at Sir Dork's stuff and he's still intricate with his reflective screens and stuff. So it's crazy as you want to get. That's what about you, Matt?
I don't really shoot outdoors as much. I do like shooting inside just because I can control the light.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if I'm gonna do like a quick shot where it's it doesn't take too much time and I don't have to worry about where the sun is,
Yeah.
then I will do the outdoor shot if I have to. But I do mostly like diorama shots. Lately, I've just been doing desk shots or like hand shots.
Yeah. Yeah. It's again, it's whatever's gonna keep it fun. And like again, for me, I mean, like I'm always gonna enjoy posing and like figuring out the balancing act. Like that's always an interest. Like that's where I get obviously most of my like joy from playing with the toys and then figuring out how I want it to look in a frame in a scene.
Right.
Oh, this was one last little thing. I'll show you guys. I didn't open this up yet. Here's my one last little buy. Speaking of all this Target talk, but I found Ghost Spider, the Hot Wheels skateboard.
I've seen people use that on their shots.
Yeah. So I instantly had an idea of like doing, like using Miles and Gwen, the figure arts that you got me.
Yeah.
To have Miles like kind of fanboying for, like with the skateboard. But the only other one that they had was Captain Marvel. So I passed on Captain Marvel, although it is cool looking. But I want that freaking Spider-Man. Look at that. That board is awesome.
That does look good. By the way, 78 points says outdoors is a big no here because of the mosquitoes and the heat. Yeah, I don't like bugs, so I don't like the mosquitoes either.
Yeah, and then you do. You know what? That's a very good point because I would mostly end up on my belly and getting dirty and grass stains. It's just a matter of what I'm in the mood to shoot. When I got my Dubin and the horse, I instantly was like, I want to take him outside. I want to get some good riding poses because like I have a hard time even with the Yimbonia. Like mythic animals are massive.
Yeah.
So it's like I have a couple of more. Like if I ever want to do a horseback riding take, I'm gonna need to be outside for that.
Right.
And then it's like you said, like it'll just be. I just go with natural lighting when I'm out there, but I'm trying to teach myself how I can still incorporate some sort of RGB lighting to it. But that's another thing I'll have to ask Trevor about on Wednesday. Do the shoes fit over 1/12 scale figures? These are massive. They're supposed to be for fingers. So if I go back over here, we'll kick. Those are real big compared to that's like for your actual fingers to go in there. It's kind of like Tech Deck. It's Hot Wheels take on Tech Deck.
Oh, okay.
So like they're even bigger. I would say these are even bigger than WWE Ultimate's feet,
Yeah.
So I would not. Yeah, there you go with the fingers in there and the little how to. But as a skateboard for 112, that's freaking killer, man. I'm so excited for that. I really want that Spidey though. Look at that Spidey. Looks so good. Spidey looks great. And then let's see. Did you guys see the sushi pack? It might be more
Yeah,
impressive.
I didn't buy it though. Like I didn't. I think that was like an option to order online, but I didn't feel like paying the shipping.
Yeah, they're in my. Oh, you know what, Matt? When I go, that maybe that'll be another part of my nothing day tomorrow when I'm out shopping. I will stop by there and because mine has had it. Like
Okay.
yeah, so
then,
I'll grab you a pack.
all right. Cool.
I've personally passed myself only because I have so much. Remember the Dragon Ball Z had the restaurant?
Yes, I do.
And then like at Five and Below, there was a little stretch of time where they were having little mini food. So like I bought like buffalo wings with blue cheese, and I had like Chinese food takeout. And so I had enough where I was like, even though that sushi set looks great, I was like, I'll get the fridge instead. But anyway, I will get you the sushi pack for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. They know what to say about big shoes. They just have large feet. As far as I know. Oh, big socks. That's even better. Let's see. You guys need to look into.
Oh, I have a bunch of those.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to
The
check those out.
miniatures. They're a little pricey, but they look nice.
I will have to check that
I have
out.
a bar set. A lot of drinking stuff from them. So
Let's see. Ooh, I'm looking at some Google Images right now. Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to let me share the screen real quick. Keep this party going. Why not talk about some more miniatures real quick? Oh, these are fancy. Yeah, these are neat.
some of the earlier ones are a little too big for 1/12 scale, but the newer ones I've noticed are really good. But they are pricey, like I said.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You can probably get them off of Big Bad. They have them on pre-order also.
Ooh, okay.
There are some stores in Jersey that I know that carry them too. I'll have to ask my sister which ones they were.
All right. We'll have to check it out. That same qualities as the Technic set that Machi picked up.
Yep.
And then McKinney says, okay, my last real question reminded me by showing the skateboard for Toy Photography. Are mid-air shots easy or hard? It depends on your stands and if you're going to be using a tripod to shoot your pictures. That would be my two things.
Or if you really mean like actual mid-air shots, then you need a lot of light and a really fast shutter speed.
Right.
Because if you're going to throw the figure, right, you're capturing a moment in time.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a really good point because we had again, going back to the TPC, like there was somebody that did an awesome Spider-Man diving down through the air, and we were just like, oh, but could you imagine if he really threw and then he did. He really threw the figure up in the air and like caught it, and it was awesome.
Some of my wrestling videos that I've done, I actually threw them in the air. like the wrestling shots that I've done, I've thrown them off the top rope.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's great. So there you go. Like, and then if you're going to be using, like, I'm going to shout out Betamax 86 for mine. Like he sent me some of these. Thanks to Diggs Figs for introducing. But and Diggs Figs obviously hooked me up too with some flight stands. ACBA I know occasionally sells them. You can make them. You can do all sorts of stuff. But yeah,
I got mine from 796
Studios. But they are game changing when you go to this flight stand design instead of using one of the Mafex or Hasbro Legends. Like
those stands
are fine, but this takes so much less editing then to like actually.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah, to get your shots done, because that's kind of the reason I've been shying away from. As much as I want to buy that Mezco comic Superman, and I probably will. But with Mezco, like you can't go jamming those things up and tearing the outfits. So whenever I do a flying Superman scene, you have a clamp that you inevitably have to like digitally paintbrush over, to get rid of it. But and then the reason I mentioned a tripod is you want to have a shot with the scene intact, and then you have to take the stand out, whatever figure, take that stand out and then snap it again using the same aperture, everything, keeping everything the same. And then this way you can just digitally erase it in like any free app that's out there. Doombot saying miniatures are fun. 78 said, yeah, the scale gets weird. You got to do a little research. If you get them at retail, they aren't too bad. All right, we'll have to check Big Bad. And then NYC Figure Fanatic. Damn, you guys are still on. That's what's up. Well, that's really cool too, because there's right now there's 30 people hanging out, man. That's really awesome. That makes us feel good.
And thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again. Like I mentioned it to Wade at the start, earlier in the show, but like, how cool is that to walk into a room? Like that's how we were always. I know Matt and I and all of our little crew were always so genuinely appreciative of any time you guys choose to spend with us. So thank you. Does Toy Father know how to use them yet? We keep trying to get Chris. He knows how. He's done some Superman flying stuff. You talking about, right? I'm assuming he's talking about the flight stance.
Talking about the flight stance.
Chris loves his portraits. He loves his action figures. Matt and I are trying to push him into some action poses. Stuff. Yeah. Let's see. I have many. Oh, that's right. Cody has gotten into mini mates hard. He's fallen down the mini mates rabbit hole with some TMNT stuff. What's going on? I am Batman 83. How you doing? And Jay said, Yimbo, what the heck will you do with all this free time? I'm delaying going to bed since that means I'm giving up on the weekends. Well, it's not really like tomorrow. Like we have to now. I did 3 days of cleaning my house for the party, and now I have to do tomorrow's like a cleanup after the party. So that's gonna be like, and then my free time is, I'm not kidding. Like I view all of this toy stuff because I have these goals in mind for me, for you guys, for for our whole community. I don't stop. Like all of this to me is like fun work, but it's still like what video am I gonna make tomorrow? What reel am I gonna be like? I'm in that mode. So that's how my free time is just how can I keep creating stuff. I'm a little on the obsessive side right now with that. Like I will acknowledge. Oh, Phantom, thank you. No, thank you. Let's see. So Cody says he now has 20 mini mates of TMNT stuff.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
And then I and Batman noticed the Five Below grill right on. Yeah, it's great. $5. Obviously, you can't beat that. You can't beat it. But yeah, we talked about a lot. So if you were just popping in on either of our shows, Unparalleled Universe, Wade started things off with us tonight. Go back if you have the means. I'm going to say again, but to go back and really consider, and if not, actually going ahead and backing the Odious Kickstarter. Wade is somebody, like I mentioned, that we've both been watching now for years and getting to talk to him personally, and he is everything that he comes across on a stream. At least that's just how we both felt in our 2 shows with him. And again, he's one of us. He is a toy photographer, toy collector that is now like, he knows what to put into a figure and he's designing it. And it's a really cool character and concept. And I don't know. I hope we've seen so many other successful Kickstarters from the community. I hope that this is another one that we can rally behind because it's super kick-ass. Odious looks amazing. So don't forget about that. I did put the link in the chat. I'll put it in the description to this video, but just go check out Unparalleled Universe as well. I thank you. I am Batman 83. I am Batman.
There it is.
That's three, almost 4 hours now. But we appreciate you checking the replay. There we go. We'll replay the start. That's awesome. McKinney says, I hear mini brand toys are in scare with 112. Not sure if it's a fact or not. Love me some mini brands. You can definitely, I use them in all sorts of stuff. Like, not, you will not, they're adorable. Get some mini brands. Get the Disney ones too, because you get some Marvel toys in there. NYC Figure Fanatic. I got a bunch of those Five Below sets for Father's Day. All but the Sweet Shop and Sushi. Can't find those anywhere. Oh man, I can't believe, like the word got out and all of us toy photographers are raiding Five Below space. That's too funny. But yeah, you know what? I feel like my voice, I'm finally losing it. I have a little bit of water left in my cup, but I'm gonna have to go potty soon too. Yep. So I can't thank you all enough for hanging out with us tonight. If you enjoyed today's stream, again, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. We're going to be doing a lot more random pop-up lives between us and our channels throughout the coming weeks. Make sure you back that Kickstarter if you have the means, and And thank you guys.
Thank you.
And you know what? I meant to do one last little plug. Sorry, this is how I always do it, right? I always forget one last little stupid thing, but check this out. I gotta let you guys know that this is a really cool thing that's coming up. I'm going to a calendar of events right now. So in August, if you are someone in New Jersey, come on, is it here? Come on, click. Is it? Where is it? Yes. Here we go, everybody. So I am doing, because we got some good toy photography questions. Speaking of the library, this is the Ocean County Library. So in New Jersey, if you are a local collector, local person, I am doing a presentation called Toy Talk with Yimbo, and it is going to be about toy photography. I'm going to be covering all the basics. I'm going to bring some dioramas with me. I'm going to bring some of my action figures, but I am encouraging people to bring their own. I'm going to teach people, even just starting with your iPhone, how to get going into toy photography. So again, I'm continuing to be out there waving the flag for all of us toy photographers, but it's August 12th. It is a Saturday. I'm doing 2 presentations, one from 11 to 12 and then from 1 to 2. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, if you're local, maybe sign up or just come and hang out and say hi. It'd be cool. If I have, a couple people in the room when I'm doing this, but it should be neat. So I want to start the promotional tour for me, but it's going to be neat. Like I said, a lot of different opportunities for people coming out, and it's exciting. So I'm very fired up for that.
I was there for when you did it at ToyCon with those group of kids. Yeah. You were teaching them how to set up the shot and work with the angles on the camera and use the phone. That was neat.
I've wanted to share that clip out when you sent it to me, but I was just like, because it's someone else's kids, I won't. But I will be doing. We got to capture some more natural moments of that.
There you go.
But no, that was so that's what I love doing, right? I teach. Yeah, I teach. That's what I do, and I just like being able to take those skills and put them into this world where this is what I truly enjoy doing, is talking and playing with toys. It's the best.
Exactly.
But I am Batman. Oh, what's up?
I was going to say, you're also going to ChrisCon.
Oh, yeah. Jeez, that's right. So, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Booked up, right? So ChrisCon July. That's going to be great. So another thing, I think Autumn Night is going to go now, too. I'm going to get to see him in person for the first time. So go check out ChrisCon's. That's coming up. We're doing Legion's Con. All the cons.
All the cons.
Not PowerCon, but I'm tempted. I'm tempted to see if I can work that drive, an Ohio drive in.
It's a long drive.
I know. It is. Because Pennsylvania is the longest state ever to drive through, and so is Ohio. They're
Have you ever driven through Virginia? That's a really
long drive. Yeah, that's another long drive too, because you think you get there and then you still have another couple hours to your trip. You're right. Exactly. You're right. Yeah. We're spoiled in Jersey. Our little our little bloop on the map. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna miss a Yimbo panel. That's gonna be fun, man. And nothing in Texas, but guess what? I'm gonna sign up for that. Hey, if the public library wants to start a Yimbo tour, best believe I will sign up for that. I will be doing
Yimbo Mania running wild.
Brother. Emma Kitty, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. And yes, guys, this is it. I do have my little outro to play us out, but you can hear it in my voice. So thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Sunday night. Have an awesome start to your week. Machu, anything else for you, buddy?
I think that's it. I'm just waiting to eat my Wendy's.
Have a good one, everybody.
Have a good one.